You are now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land. True Media Boxing Radio with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah, man. What's going on? It's the boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building, and we are back. True Media Boxing Radio, man. We are back. We back up in this bitch, man. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. We back up in this bitch. Let me make sure I got my thing on. All right, cool. We good. Everything Gucci. Hold on. I had to make sure we were streaming on here, man. You know, sometimes my shit don't be on point like it should be, so I just got to make sure. Let me make sure the sound is right. Okay, everything in the green. If it's in the green, I mean we good to go. If it's in the green, I mean we good to go. I want to talk about this shit, man. This video that Jermall Charlo dropped yesterday. Someone did mention it to me on the show yesterday, but I didn't see it at that time. I did go back and watch it afterwards. And, it is what it is, man. I just want to break down a lot of this stuff that a lot of you guys been hearing yourselves. As a matter of fact, let me pull this camera. A lot of stuff you guys been hearing as well. And I want to break down how this shit works. You know what I mean? We hear sources say. We hear stuff from people who are reputable in the business, where they have a name, notoriety in the business because they've been doing it a long time in mainstream media outlets, in YouTube channels, whatever, et cetera, right? I'm going to break down how this shit go, and then also address what Jermall Charlo has said about, man, he don't know nothing about everybody telling him he's in the island somewhere, everyone telling him he's supposed to be fighting Canelo next, and he don't know what the fuck anybody talking about, because the man said he haven't spoken to Haymon since December, his last fight. True. Now, does that mean he's not fighting Canelo? I don't know, because I don't know what their situation is like. Maybe their situation is like, hey man, we don't pick our own fights. I'll just work on our behalf without us knowing. And then when everything is done and finalized, I mean, of course, in order for everything to be done and finalized, you got to sign the contract. But I'm hearing that they don't even sign contracts, for fights until like maybe sometimes the week of the fight. Stephen Espinosa said that. He said, we have had situations where fights were made, we have announced the fight, and the actual contract for the fight doesn't actually happen or get made until it's signed until the week of the fight. Like literally, I have videos where Stephen Espinosa have said that. Literally. So it is what it is. So we got over 100 in here. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Shout out to G5 in the building. Shout out to Jamie from New York. L. Harvey's in the building. Doghouse, salute. True Culture. Jamario Dixon. Boxing with Reggie Owens. Andy Payne. Gertz. Mr. Giancarlo. Dunk Flush is in the building. Pauline is in the building. Daniel Agnew. Etc. Fabe. Roby Digital. Salute to you, fam. It is what you say, shout out to Fabe. You talking about Bill? Yeah, I got that video, man. I ain't gonna lie, that video is funny. That video with Bill calling what's the name, the Barracuda. And I told Bill, I said, man, you got to keep dropping that content, bro. Just keep dropping it. It is what it is. Bill, one thing I will tell y'all about Bill Haney, he gonna say a whole lot of shit that's gonna piss you off. He's not politically correct. Bill, he likes the attention. Bill likes to stir the pot, and he stir it with 2 spoons in both hands. And he don't care what anyone says. He just, he likes to troll. He really likes to troll. and he likes hearing whether it's good or bad. He don't care. I mean, I think it's obvious he don't care. That's why he keeps saying it. You know what I mean? Shout out to New Country. He said, "What's up, Coach? Did you get my text? What text? You gotta let me know what text. Where did you send it? If you sent me a text, where did you send it? Because you gotta tell me where you sent it. So anyway, I mean, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff going on. Shout out to Jeff Lucietta. Now we do have some fights going down. We got O'Shaquie Foster fighting Friday. We have JoJo Diaz fighting tomorrow. We will address that as well. But I definitely want to address this. So, we hearing these reports from all of these guys, Mike Coppinger, Dan Rafael, Michael Benson, that, hey, Jermall Charlo is going to be fighting Canelo in May. So my thing is, how do they know that Jermall Charlo is fighting Canelo, but Jermall Charlo don't know that he's fighting Canelo? Like you get what I'm saying? How come the fighter don't know who he's fighting next? Because he hasn't talked to the boss of the company, but everybody else who doesn't work for the company know who Jermall Charlo is fighting before Jermall Charlo knows. True. I'm just saying. So somebody either somebody's lying, either Jermall Charlo is lying, and my thing is, why would he lie? Why would he lie about something like that? Canelo didn't say who he's fighting next. He said he'll make the announcement in 2 weeks. So we've been hearing from everybody else who Canelo and Jermall Charlo are fighting next. But Canelo haven't said anything, and Jermall Charlo haven't said anything. So let me just lay the premise like that. Shout out to School of X-Man. It is what it is. Now, let's get into the show. Let me read my opening monologue, and then we'll do a deep dive into a lot of these sources say. Denying fake news. Jermall Charlo sets the record straight on Canelo fight. I worded it right. In a recent video released by Jermall Charlo, he denies rumors of him fighting Saul Canelo Alvarez next in May. Big Charlo said that he hasn't spoken to the head of the PBC, Al Haymon. I think that's him. Al Haymon is the head of the PBC, as well as Floyd Money Mayweather, right? Mr. Like I said before, so he hasn't spoken to Al, nor has he spoken to Mr. Like I said before, right? Big Charlo said he hasn't spoken to Al Haymon since his fight against Jose Benavidez, which was back in December 2023. Mainstream media outlets, mainstream media reporters like Michael Benson, Mike Coppinger, and Dan Rafael, and probably others, all have said that Canelo is fighting Jermall Charlo in May, and YouTube channels have followed suit by saying some of the same things. They have been regurgitating the same thing. Canelo's fighting Jermall Charlo in May. We heard that in December, right? The only problem is Jermall Charlo did say that he was one of the guys who was supposed to fight Canelo. He did say that, but he passed up on the opportunity to fight Canelo. Remember that, because he wasn't ready. So he passed that opportunity on to his brother. After the Jose Benavidez fight, he said that, hey man, I hope that I can still get that opportunity to fight Canelo. We'll see how it works out. So he did say that. So let's just throw that out there. Let's be honest and say that he did. Let's throw that out there. All right, cool. So he said all of that, right? Now let's go. Now, this is what I want to say. If what Jermall Charlo says is true, let's say if what he's saying is true, then where in the hell is Mike Coppinger, Michael Benson, Dan Rafael, and others are getting their information from? If we are to believe Jermall Charlo, he said there has been no confirmation on who he is fighting next, let alone Canelo. Because Canelo ain't said a goddamn thing. He just said, hey, man, how you doing, guys? My name is Saul Canelo Alvarez. I just left the golf course, got off a private jet, and I'm letting you guys know I will be fighting 2 Americans this year, and, I'm fighting in May in Las Vegas, and who I'm fighting, I'll let you guys know in 2 weeks. True. That's what he said. Now, some say Jermall Charlo is lying. And we should believe the sources say reporters. Some say the sources say reporters are lying, and we should believe Jermall Charlo. At this point, I don't know who or what to believe. Everybody we're hearing from, they have some type of breaking news or sources said reports on boxing Twitter and YouTube.
True.
So I'm gonna do it like this here. And a lot of times, this what goes on, right? I gotta say this here. This what goes on. Hey, shout out to Reggie Owens. Reggie Owens, you do talk about this a lot. A lot of times, some people would like to be first instead of being right. I'm gonna say that again. In today's time, people like to be first with news instead of being right. It's always good to wait and see until everything has been confirmed. That's so when you give the report, it's right because it's been confirmed. But a lot of these guys, this what goes on in boxing. You know, we got to be first with the story. Sources say who your source is. Okay, now check this out. Now this how this works. Now then, what it is now? Now I know somebody who close to Al Haymon. And they being in the workings of Al Haymon. Now let's stop right there. Al Haymon has not been seen in public since 2015. Since the last time when Floyd beat Conor McGregor. What year that was? Was that 2015? That was the last time of Al Haymon been seen. So it's been 9 years since this guy's been seen. So, okay. Who the source is? Well, then what it is now? Hold on, I'm going to tell who it is. My source is someone that's deep inside in the workings of the PBC offices. Okay. Who it is? Now, what it was now? My cousin, best friend, name is Big Booty Judy. Big Booty Judy overheard Tyrone, who is Al Haymon's nephew on his sister's side, talking the bow-legged Kim at the strip club, who overheard Man telling the bouncer that Big Booty Judy told third leg Tyrone that the janitor who was inside Al Haymon's office in Cleveland, Ohio, when they was cleaning it up, said that's what they overheard. That's the source.
True.
You can't make this shit up. Like literally. That's like literally. Okay, so now where y'all getting this shit from? We can't believe Jermall Charlo lying. Okay, Jermall Charlo very well could be lying. But my thing is, who am I to believe? Is Jermall Charlo, the guy who everybody's saying who Canelo is fighting next, am I to believe that he's lying? Well, Jermall Charlo, he lying. He don't know what he's talking about. He don't want to let the cat out the bag and all that stuff there. And that might be true. I don't know. But I'm more inclined to believe the guy who is directly involved and who's supposed to fight Canelo next, more so than a sources say YouTube channel or a sources say reporter.
True.
I'm just saying, Now I ain't gonna believe Jermall. Jermall, you fighting Canelo next. I am? Damn, this shit news to me. When y'all heard that on? I ain't told the Al since December. Don't worry about it. We know somebody that's on the inside that talked to Al. Who you know? Bow-legged Kim was talking to third leg Tyrone, who had a conversation with Big Booty Judy, who was doing the one leg up at the strip club on South Beach when Man came over and was whispering to Pookie, but he was whispering too loud, so Big Booty Judy overheard the conversation. She told the bouncer at the strip club, and when she told the bouncer, you know what I mean, Pork Chop Willie overheard the conversation, told Shouty Big Nuts, and Chico Stick was right there, and he relayed the message to Hobo Sam.
True.
That's how we know. That's how we know what's going down. Oh, okay, I get it. Anyways. Now, until Saul Canelo Alvarez make an announcement on who he is fighting next, I am not believing nobody. I don't give a damn who it is. It could be, I don't care who it is. If I don't hear Saul Canelo Alvarez say, hey, Buto, my name is Saul Canelo Alvarez, and I am fighting Coach Malachi on Cinco de Mayo weekend. I'm going to put hands and foots on him. You know, until I hear Canelo say something, I don't want to hear no more sources say from no goddamn body. I don't care who you is, how long you been in the boxing industry, how many contacts you have, how much money you got, are you driving Lambos with suicide doors, how reputable you is. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Listen, because you ain't telling me who the source is. So until I hear Canelo come out and say, hey, this is who I'm fighting next, I ain't believing nobody.
True.
I'm just telling you what I'm gonna do. Man, listen, man, until I hear Canelo say something to all that, you get what I'm saying? Because Jermall Charlo was saying something totally different from what all these mainstream media outlets are saying. Something totally different. And all the mainstream media outlets are saying the same thing. Sources say. According to reports. Sources saying, according to reports, it's the same shit. Sources say, what's a different way we can say sources say without saying sources say? Say according to reports. What's a different way we can say according to reports without saying according to reports? Say sources say. It's the same shit. They're interchangeable.
True.
Such a small request. Such a small request. Anyways, as I said before, I'm just going to take the wait and see approach. Because it's obvious to me that everyone is guessing. Everyone is guessing. And they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I think that's obvious at this point. What do you guys think about the latest news from Jermall Charlo? I'm going to play the video. Do you believe Big Charlo? Or do you believe that Mike Coppinger, Michael Benson, and Dan Rafael are right? And Jermall Charlo is lying and he don't know what the hell he's talking about. You know, or do you believe, so I just want to know, what do you got? Or do you believe that Jermall Charlo is right and the rest of these motherfuckers who got their sources, Big Booty Judy, who taught the third leg Tyrone, and doggone bow-legged Kim, who overheard Man talking to Shorty Big Nuts while having an argument with Pork Chop Willie while hanging out with Chico Stick in the strip club with Hobo Sam.
True.
There's always a possibility that Pork Chop Willie and them, they know more, because ain't nobody seen Al Haymon in 9 years that I know of. The man ain't been out in public. So the man ain't been out in public in 9 years. Have anybody seen Al Haymon in 9 years in the public? Anybody? I'm just asking the question. True coaches say Charlo was lying. How do you know? I'm just saying, how do you know? If he's lying, okay, fine. How do you know he's lying though? Like, do you have any proof that he's lying? Or you just saying you just saying you believe sources say reporters, and the guy who's directly involved in the guy that's directly involved in the source, he don't know he lying. I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying? So anyways. If you want to become a sponsor of today's show, y'all hit me up, man, at the Cash App, True Media Today, USA, $, Cash App. Let's give everybody that's here a round of applause, and let's get into the show. Get ready to drop these phone lines about if I have over 200 likes. All right, we ain't at 200 likes yet, so the phone lines ain't dropping. But anyways, before we get into the show, I would like to say all praises due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, the greatest human being on the planet Earth, the guy who is the subject of today, Mr. Al Haymon.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Haymon. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Andy Payne said, my guess, okay, guess, key word. He said, my guess is it's common knowledge that the fight is signed but not announced yet. He can't say anything. That's your guess. My brother, shout out to Andy Payne. I'm not going off guesses. I'm going off actual facts, right? I think in this situation, I can't afford to go off a guess. I can't afford to go off an assumption. I can't afford to go off of, what's the name said now? What's the name said this? The other dude said, I can't go off none of that. I have to go off of actual facts. If you, and like anybody in chat, you can guess, assume what you want. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm telling you, because the key word in that sentence is my guess. So common knowledge is based on a guess. Fine, no problem. That's what you ain't. That's subjective to you. I'm saying as it relates to Coach Malachi. Until I hear Saul Canelo Alvarez say, hey, this is who I'm fighting, everybody else is just full of shit.
True.
You get what I'm saying? Everybody else is full of shit. Because can't nobody show me nothing. Can anybody in the chat show me something? Pretty sure you can't. If anybody in the chat, can anybody in the chat show me something? Can anybody in the chat show me? No, see, we got the proof right here, Coach. Look, I got the contract right here. Because Jermall Charlo signed. I got it right here. I'm pretty sure ain't nobody in the chat can show me anything to substantiate these sources say reports. Nobody. So, again, I'm waiting on Canelo. So, if you're sitting there watching the show, hate watching, don't want to hit the like button, Riley, get him.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck-mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Hey, man, shout out to Corey Bradley, man. Corey Bradley in the building. Pauline is in the building. Shout out to JC is in the building. Salute to Andy Payne, Ron J, PD Russell, True Culture is in the building. L Harvey, School of X-Man. Shout out to North Omaha Tealers in the building. Hood Sports and Boxing, salute. Ed, what's going on, Ed? JC, Hitman 42. Green Purse Promotions. Green Purse Promotions, that's a hell of a name. Shout out to Stephen 47. Roland Curtis, he said nobody knows. Exactly, nobody knows. You get what I'm saying? This guy right here say, nah, Charlo is lying. It's an illusion. Hey, you sound like JBN. Nah, Coach. I say, what JBN say? I say, JBN, look, man, I hear what you're saying, man. Listen, JBN, listen, dog. I got you. I'm with you. But listen, when is Canelo gonna fight? Benavidez. Man, Coach, man, ain't nobody. Benavidez ain't done nothing, Coach. He ain't did anything. Now he had a little buzz right after the Demetrius Andrade fight, who was a C-class fighter, but Haymon quickly squashed that. He squashed that, Coach. So what does that mean? Are you telling me is Canelo gonna fight him next? Nah, Coach. See, now if he fights David Morrell, if he beats Morrell, then he could be back into the picture. I say, listen, JBN, my brother, all due respect, hold up, swole up, pump your brakes. There's 20,000 people outside right now saying that's the fight they want to see. Stephen A. Smith was all on SportsCenter talking about Canelo was ducking the Mexican monster, all this stuff, right? Nah, Coach, ain't nobody really calling for that fight, Coach. That ain't real. That's just an illusion.
True.
Hey, JB say, nah, Coach, that ain't real. It's just an illusion, man. JB say, it's just an illusion, Coach. Hey, so you trying to tell me I'm not seeing 20,000 people outside right now? Nah, Coach, I only see 2 people. I only see 2. It ain't no 1,000 people, 20,000 people out there, Coach. That's just an illusion. Man, you don't see all these people out there yelling and screaming. Somebody just threw a bottle at me. For real, Coach, that wasn't a real bottle. Are you sure? JBN say, no, Coach, man, that's just an illusion, man. It is what it is, man. Y'all know what time it is. When it comes to this boxing shit, we running things.
Yep, that's right. I'm running things. Cream corn. That's why they call me that. Smooth. I got more measure for your pleasure. Stick with me, baby. I'll have you farting through silk. And let a nigga mess with me. I'll jump on him. All 93 pounds of pure dynamite.
Hey, shout out to LB's Beard for dropping that $2 super chat. He said grown men are just anxious to call Canelo a duck. Hey, man, the man been decking, man. Listen, hey, LB's Beard. LB's Beard, what D-Block say? Facts. Listen, man, Stephen A. Smith was on record saying, they say the man been decking, man. The man been ducking.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Haymon.
You get what I'm saying? They say we don't got to think. Listen, they say Canelo been ducking, man. That's what they say. They say, now listen, shout out to LB's Beard. They say that David Benavidez is the WBC interim champion. David Benavidez has been the mandatory since 1975. And for whatever the reason may be, this man can't get Canelo in the ring. That ain't what I said. That's what the people saying. Not me, the people saying.
Now, I am the #1 contender. I'm tired of James the Poodle, Grim Reaper, whatever you want to call himself, ducking me. All right, I'm tired of man driving around town in 8 Rolls Royces. He ain't fought nobody. I'm still in a broham.
Hey, that's somebody that's still in a broham right now, upset. David, you know, now I'm the #1 contender. Now I'm tired of Jamie from New York, Dunk Flesh, Eric 1984, you know, ducking me. You know, I'm tired of seeing them ride around town at 8 Rolls Royces. They ain't fought nobody. I'm still in the broham.
True, true, true.
You know, such a small request. Such a small. Hey, you know what? Buddy seemed like he was upset too. He was mad at the motherfucker, man. That motherfucker ride around town. He living good. He living good. Hey, hey, shout out to the country in the building. That motherfucker ride around town. He living good. He swimming in some of the finest women. You know, I'm in the same broham. I'm in the same broham that I've been in since I I'm in the same broham that I've been in since I started boxing 20 years ago. The man ducking, man. Hey, Coach Eddie say he ducking. My man Rick from the South Side said he ducking. Doggone, who else say Canelo ducking in the chat? Who else? You know, Schoolo X-Man say he ducking. Doggone, Casino Light Press say he ducking. You know, I'm just saying. Hey, Miss Parker, shout out to Miss Parker. Miss Parker say he ducking. Tila say he ducking. Food Revolution say he ducking. I'm just saying, you know, that's what everybody saying. You get what I'm saying? Jamie from New York say he ducking. Hey, but we did a survey over here. You know what I mean? Hey, what did say, Ron J? He said they let Charlo off the porch before David. This is crazy. Hey, look here, man. You know what get me? This will get me right. This will get me right. They be picking and choosing. Choosing. All I'm saying. This is all I'm saying. Until I hear Canelo make an official announcement, I ain't got time to be playing the guessing game, dog. This ain't the love connection. Well, we trying to make a love connection and trying to guess, you know, oh, okay, well, you know, what is it that you like? You know, what type of man you like? Well, you know, I like my man tall, dark, and handsome, you know, and you know, you get what I'm saying on the love connection. When y'all remember the love connection? You did the boys probably too young for the love connection. But, you know, they trying to connect, you know, a woman with a good man and a man with a good woman, and they go out on 3 dates. If it's one guy, is it one guy? If it's a lady, she'll go out on 3 dates with 3 guys. And if it's a guy, he'll go out on 3 dates with 3 different women. And then after the dates and at the end of the show, he gotta pick which one he gonna be with. You get what I'm saying? The love connection, right? So we sitting there, all right, hold on now. Let's see. All right now. All right, now Canelo. Like this how you know a motherfucker face box. All right, wait a minute now. Canelo now, he fought John Ryder. Okay, then after he fought John Ryder, then he fought, let's see, Pork Chop Willie? No, he fought Triple G. Then he fought Triple G, fought John Ryder, and then he signed a 3-fight deal with the PBC. So we know that the 3-fight deal consists of, no one saw Jermall Charlo coming. Jermall Charlo came out of nowhere. And there's no way he gonna sign a 3-fight deal with the PBC. We know the Mexican Monster name on the contract somewhere. So it's a Mexican Monster, and might be Jermall Charlo, because Jermall Charlo fought at a catchweight, might be him. And then the third fight, let's see, who he gonna fight the third fight? Can't fight Spence, you know, Crawford a free agent, so I don't know that, but he might make the Crawford fight, this and that. So this is what's going on. There's a lot of guessing and speculation. Nothing is official. And the only problem is how you word this shit. Listen, this is how you should say it. According to what I've been hearing from my sources, Canelo is supposed to be fighting Jermall Charlo next. Now, I don't know how accurate this information is. This is what I've been hearing. there's a strong possibility that he may not fight him next. Nothing has been confirmed. We haven't spoken to Al Haymon. He ain't been seen in public in 9 years. No one has heard anything from Canelo. So these are the sources that's coming out of Canelo's camp. Now, that's very vague. Oh, this is coming out of Canelo's camp. Is it come from Canelo? No. Is it come from Eddie Reynoso? No. Who is it coming from? Well, what it was now, Canelo got a big mansion. Yeah, he got a mansion. And he got some maids working inside. So the maid took the garbage out, right? There was a meeting that was had at one of Canelo's mansions that's on a golf resort, and the maid was taking the trash out, and there was a piece of paper of a contract of a draft that Canelo and Eddie Reynoso balled up and threw it in the garbage, not threw in the garbage can, throw it in the garbage, and the maid to put the garbage on the curb. The garbage man came and was finna dump the garbage, but something told him to look inside the garbage. So when the garbage man looked inside the garbage, he found the contract that had Jermall Charlo name on it to fight Canelo in May. So he immediately called his boss at the garbage company. The boss told Big Booty Judy at the strip club, because every Friday afternoon he always leave work early and go to the strip club. Big Booty Judy told Bow-Legged Kim, the bartender. She told the barback who was tapping the kegs. The barback told Third Leg Tyrone, who was cheating on his girl with Bow-Legged Kim's sister, and that's how we found out.
True.
Those are the sources. I just want to throw that out there. Anyways, y'all know what time of TI is, man. It is what it is, man. We're going to go ahead and get into the show. I'm finna drop these motherfucking phone lines. Y'all call the old boy. Phone lines is open.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Hey, shout out to Effin.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hey, what to say, fam? He say Salvador Rodriguez is good friends with Reynoso, and he couldn't get it right. No more fake news. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. We won't know. You know the old saying, I'm effing. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know until you know it. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to JXV dropping that $2 super chat. He said Plant's manager said they're going to fight Maul next. You say Caleb Plant manager said that? Who is Caleb Plant's manager? Hey, who that is? JXV. Who is JXV 88? Who is Caleb Plant's manager? I don't know who his manager is, fam. Who his manager is?
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Hey, shout out to Fast Car Edit. What's going on, fam? Fast Car. He say, hey, SP got beats. What'd you say? He say, don't give him another Charlo fight. Give him guts. he said, getting out while you can. Don't get this sucker no statue. Give him guts.
Hey. Get out while you can. Don't get this sucker no statue. Give him guts.
Hey, man, it what it is.
I am ranked number one. One. That means I'm the best. But this bum been taking the easy matches. Fighting other bums.
Hey, that shit was funny. He said, I am ranked number one. One. He put the emphasis on one. I am ranked number one. One. That means I'm the best. But this bum been taking the easy matches. Fighting other bums.
True. Hey,
Miss Parker. Yeah, you saw how Clubber Lane pulled up. That's how you pull up. You saw how Clubber Lane pulled up. Hey, what did it say, Jose Hernandez? You say Louis the Coopers is our Plant's manager. Okay, cool. Louis the Coopers, okay. All right, I got you. Good looking out, Jose. Hey, look here. I am ranked number one. One. That means I'm the best. But this bum be taking the easy matches, fighting other bums.
But this bum be taking the easy matches, fighting other bums.
Hey, shout out to Just a Guy in the building, 402 stand up, man, Omaha, Nebraska. Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans. Shout out to Champion. Shout out to L. Harvey. Shout out to Sports Fanatic. Hey, SP, what you say? He said that's how Benavidez need to pull up. Hey, look here, SP. Bro, this is what I'm saying, dog. He ain't doing no pulling up. He ain't doing no pulling up, fam. The man, look here, hey, SP, check this out, bro. Bro, for the life of me, I do not understand. This man ain't doing no pulling up. This how you pull up. This how you pull up.
I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories about the Wassa legendary Bruce Leroy catching bullets with his teeth. Catches bullets with his teeth? Nigga, please.
I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories about the Canelo being the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. Being the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. Nigga, please. You get what I'm saying? Like, listen, Benavidez, like, bro, you at this point, you got to go all out at this point.
Who's badder than the Shogun?
Bruce Leroy, that's who.
Bruce Leroy. Bruce Leroy.
Hey, nigga eat popcorn with chopsticks in the movie theater.
True.
Hey, Miss Parker. Hey, motherfucker. Bruce Leroy. Bruce Leroy is eating popcorn with chopsticks in the movie theater. You can't make this up.
You sound like a bitch. Bitch. Man, I ain't worried about jail. Shit, man, I don't give a damn about going to jail. Nigga, take me to jail.
Take me to jail.
Shit, lock me up.
Lock me up.
Throw away the key.
Throw away the key.
This dude mad at the moment. He 30 hot. Hey, let me pull this comment up right here, boy. This motherfucker bad, boy. He 30 hot. He goes, he hot, boy. He hot. He say the bomb David Benavidez is fighting that bomb Jesse Hart. Are you gonna make a show on why David's cherry picking? What y'all mean? Canelo Ducky. What about the bombs? What about the bombs? Hey, John, don't get mad at me, dog. Don't be mad at me, dog. This what the people saying, fam. Why you mad at me? Why you mad at me, dog? I'm just saying. I'm telling you what the people saying. You think they ain't hot. I get it. I understand. Trust me, I understand. I get it. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Leo, H-Town. What's up, Coach?
Leo from H-Town. Talk to me, fam.
Man, I'm telling you, Coach, I mean, I've been saying this from the beginning, man. People just keep talking about Canelo ducking. They want to hate the little redhead. But nobody's asking why the 6'2" Ecuadorian, half Puerto Rican, quarter Eskimo, quarter Salvadorian, quarter iguana, whatever he is. But he don't ever. He says, "Hey, we don't make our own fights. We're happy with the PBC. Al's great. He's taking care of us." I mean, if you want the biggest fight of your career, how the hell are you happy if they ain't giving it to you? You know, everybody's ignoring that. Everybody's just quick to say, "He's ducking Benavidez. He's ducking Benavidez." They're protecting Benavidez. They're protecting Benavidez.
So you said Canelo want the smoke for Benavidez, but Al Haymon got him in the witness protection program because he already know what Canelo gonna do to him.
Oh, he knows. That's what happened. Why would they keep his fence away from Bud, Coach? And all this time, what was the narrative, Coach? What was the narrative?
Roll side of the street.
Bud don't want the smoke. He don't want the smoke. He's scared.
You know,
he's too small.
60-40,
light in the ass.
Yeah, too light in the ass.
Yeah. Come on, Coach. They're playing the same damn blueprint. And they got us fooled again. And we over here mad, like we were mad at Bud. We mad at Canelo. We mad at the wrong man, Coach.
Man, hey, look here. Canelo want to smoke with the Mexican Monster. The Mexican Monster, so you saying the Mexican Monster and his team is using that as a smoke screen to try to, they going out in the public because they know Canelo ain't going to make no fuss about it. They know that Al protecting them for what's going to happen to him. So he, but he trying to make it seem like he want to fight Canelo, but he don't want to fight him. That what you saying?
What can I say? I fight anybody.
Yeah.
I come on. Yeah. I fight anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody, Coach?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you.
I don't know. Hey, Tom, baby. I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, man. Shout out to Leo, man. Salute to you, fam. I got you, fam. Hey, y'all heard that? Y'all heard Leo. Leo say that Al Haymon is protecting David Benavidez. David Benavidez is in the witness protection. David Benavidez is in the PBC's witness protection program. That's what doggone Leo from H-Town said. He doing the 52 fake out, trying to make it seem like he really want the fight, but he really don't want the fight. He ain't pressing. You know what? He ain't sweating the WBC. He not sweating the WBC to force that fight, to activate his mandatory. He ain't doing none of that. Now, you know what? He haven't done any of those things. He signed a 3-fight deal that did not... hold on. He signed a 3-fight deal that did not include Canelo's name. So really, the Mexican monster is really ducking Canelo and hiding behind Al Haymon at the same time. See, they got the people fooled. It's an illusion. Like what my main man say? Hey, JBN, see, it's an illusion. The illusion got everybody fooled, family. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Curtis from Long Beach.
Curtis from Long Beach, talk to me, fam.
First we have the smoke and mirrors, nigga. Now we have the illusion, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Man, this shit crazy, man. You know, again, if David wanted to fight, man, you know what I'm saying? He would have, he would have hit the free agency and he would have, tried to see what he could get from Matchroom or, whoever Canelo was being promoted by at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he didn't do none of that. He signed a 3-fight deal knowing Canelo wasn't part of it. And, I don't see what the issue is. And then on top of that, like, the only thing I think Canelo is guilty of is, man, if you're not going to fight the motherfuckers that's in line for those belts, then get him belts up, bro. Like, that's the only shit he's guilty of. Like, if you're going to pick and choose, just relinquish the titles and let everybody else fight for them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard to say that dude is, ducking somebody just because of his resume. Fought Triple G, Kovalev, Bivol,
King Kong,
so
Godzilla, Mothra, Gamera, Optimus Prime, Mega, you know what I mean? He don't fought Starscream, Soundwave, the Dinobots. The man don't fought everybody, man. What y'all want him to do? He don't fought everybody.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying, man? So it's hard for me to call him a duck. You know what I mean? There was a lot of fights that y'all thought he wasn't going to take in the past. And he took those fights. So he at the end, man, he fight with knee braces and shit on, man. I don't give a fuck who he fights.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, y'all should be harder on David, man. If he ain't, like I said about them dudes when they was waiting on Canelo last time, y'all pretty much know that's a tough fight to get. So get the best fights outside of Canelo. Like, fight each other. You know what I mean? Fight everybody else, bro.
So what advice?
That's all I got to say.
Hey, so hold on, before you go. So we hearing conflicting reports. We hearing on Twitter that Jermall Charlo was next in line to fight Canelo. That's who Canelo fight next. Only problem is Jermall Charlo denied those allegations. He denied it. So you got some people in the chat saying that, well, Jermall Charlo is lying because he can't disclose who he's fighting next. Okay, I don't know how they come to that conclusion, but he's lying. So so what you're saying is Jermall Charlo is lying, but the sources say, reporters who say who Jermall Charlo is fighting, they know more than what Jermall Charlo know.
I think what PBC fucked up with that is they put it out there that Jermall Charlo had to fight first and that he wasn't ready. And then, Jermall and his brother both said, yeah, he'll get him next. And remember, I said something about that, like, so you pretty much saying, you're going to lose, so, and your brother going to get him after you. You know what I'm saying? Because how you going to say he going to get him next,
Again, it could be a possibility that the sources say reporters are right. But it could be a possibility that the sources say reporters are wrong. My point is, it's all just speculation.
It's all speculation, but I think if
don't
I'm
nobody
Al
know
Haymon,
shit. Don't nobody know shit. Because if you ain't, have y'all seen Al? Ain't nobody seen Al since 1975. That's all I'm saying. So I'm talking, who the source is? Who the source is? Well, I can't reveal my sources now. But now, what it was now, Pork Chop Willie, when he was in Long Beach talking to Curtis, You know, Pork Chop Willie was in Long Beach talking to Curtis, and doggone Miss Parker came up, overheard the conversation, told Bow-Legged Kim, who was at the strip club later on that night, and she was talking to doggone one leg up Susie. She had, you know, she fell. She had a bad leg. She fell, and then she was talking to Chico Stick, who Mexican, who's the barback at the club, who overheard, who told Pork Chop Willie, who was on the phone with three-way with Hobo Sam, with Hobo Sam and saw that big nuts. So, you know, like, who, again, like, bro, I don't know, dog. Until I hear Canelo come out and say something, dog, I don't know.
Yeah, just wait for Canelo. But if I'm out Haymon, I'll be telling Charlo, like, man, we ain't doing nothing until you get your get back for getting slapped. You got to get in the ring with that dude. So,
hold on,
you know, that's what I want to see.
Hey, somebody in the chat said that Louis DeCoupis, which is Caleb Plant's manager, he said they are in negotiations to fight Jermall Charlo.
I hope to see that.
Yeah,
I hope to see that, man. That's the fight that I want to see. I don't even give a fuck about Charlo versus Canelo.
Yeah, he got to get his get back, dog.
Slap you, man.
Yeah.
you got to run that.
Yeah, you got to run that.
Yeah, I want to see that fight, man.
He slapped
you. Know what I mean? If you win that, go and get you Canelo then after you win that.
Yeah, he got to run that, but he slapped the taste out your mouth in front of all of Houston. Houston talking about something. They disowning both Charlos. You gotta get some redemption. You gotta redeem yourself. You got slapped by Caleb Plant. That man slapped you in front of in the entire Houston, bro. Slapped you in front of everybody.
And not only
did he slap you, he called you a boy. He say, "Boy, come get some." That's what he said.
True.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm gonna holler at you, man. But he need to get some new friends, because my friends, man, come on, man. Your homies gotta at least do something to him, man.
Yeah, y'all supposed to jump them or something. Anyway. Hey, shout out to Curtis from Long Beach, Slew fam. Yeah. Hey man, shout out to Food Revolution. All I'm saying, fam. Now I ain't gonna lie. Now I hope that rumor true. I hope that rumor is true. I hope that we get Caleb Plant and doggone Jermall Charlo. You know, that's all we've been talking about over here. Look, Jermall, you got to run that back, dog. That man slapped the taste out your mouth, dog. That was the slap that was heard around the world. Like, you know what? Caleb Plant, he has a history of slapping people. So Caleb Plant slapped Jermall Charlo so hard that he could have been a part of the professional slap league. Y'all know the professional slap league where they just sit there and take turns slapping each other till somebody get knocked out from a slap? Listen, Caleb Plant is hold on. The way Caleb Plant slapped Jermall Charlo, bro, he could have been a part of the professional slap league. He put everything into it. He slapped him, called him a boy, and told him to come get some. And guess what? It was like 5 dudes from Houston around him. Listen, Caleb Plant was by himself. Listen, how a man slap you in front of all your goons? You got all your goons right there, and this man ain't got nobody but his wife. He ain't had nobody but his wife. He said, "Hold on, baby, I'm finna take care of business right quick. I'm standing on business. Baby, what you finna do? Man, I'm finna slap shit out this nigga." "No, what? Baby, you know we can't use the N-word. You know, you can't. Listen, I'm black. I've been adopted. I'm finna slap shit out this nigga, baby." "No, baby, you can't say that. I'm finna go over there. Baby, don't do it. No, hey, what's up? Pop, come get some, boy."
True.
Hey, look here. Caleb Plant is the hardest black fighter. Listen, Caleb Plant is the toughest black fighter at the PBC, hands down. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's Jerry.
Jerry from B-More. Talk to me, fam.
Yeah, that slap, that was something else. Nah, man, I've been a Canelo fan his whole career. I love his story. You know, he started, man, people making fun of him because of his red hair. I'm a redhead myself. And here in the United States, yeah.
What is that, Jerry?
That's where he started whipping ass.
Yeah, go ahead, Jerry. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's where he started whipping ass. Now, here in the United States, there's lots of redheads. We're still in the minority. Right. But imagine being a redhead in Mexico where everybody's hair is jet black. They made fun of him crazy, man. So he had to start whooping ass. And then he fought early on for chickens and livestock to feed his brothers and his big family and stuff. Yeah. So that's from the mud, no question about it. But and I've never considered Canelo a guy that would duck, but let's be honest, man. He's in no hurry to fight Benavidez. There ain't nobody good in the super middleweight division. There ain't nobody in there. Benavidez has done everything that he really can do. He's got a promoter. He can't make his own fights. That's true. He has to wait for his promoter to make the fight. He just knocked off Andrade, who Canelo also did not want to fight.
Slick black fighter.
He got Plant out of Canelo had already beat him. But I'm saying there's nobody good there. Benavidez's been there, the top guy, for a couple years now. They can't make another belt for him. The WBC they ran out of ideas on belts to make for him, interim belts to kind of keep him, at bay. Mm-hmm. Canelo's got to fight. He's got to fight him, and if he doesn't fight him, I'm afraid to say it is a duck.
But Jerry, listen, Jerry, I think you're looking at it wrong, my brother. We just had somebody call the show. They said that, listen, it's Al Haymon that's protecting David Benavidez. David Benavidez is really in the witness protection program. Canelo want to fight him, but he's ducking and hiding behind Al Haymon, but that's what he's doing behind the scenes. But in front of everybody, he's trying to make it seem like he wants Canelo. But so what say you about that? Is there a possibility that Al could be protecting David Benavidez from the beatdown he's gonna get from Canelo?
That's crazy talk, man. Crazy talk. But here's another thing, though, Coach. Check this out. Recently, I seen an interview with Leonard Ellerby where he said, and you've probably seen this, he said that the Benavidez fight is bigger for Canelo than the Crawford fight. I don't think he's going to fight Crawford either. I've noticed the last couple of weeks that some ESPN beat writer, said that, Canelo will be fighting Crawford. If you notice, nobody else reported that. Just that guy. And even in his report, he says it looks like. He doesn't name any sources. I don't think you're going to fight, Crawford either. But yeah, Benavidez is the fight. I think if Canelo doesn't fight him by the time this 3-fight deal expires, then Benavidez, for his own good, should just move up to light heavyweight and try to challenge the winner of Bivol and what's his name, Babian.
Yeah, but Bivol and Beterbiev. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
better be.
Benavidez, he's a hell of a fighter, man. He deserves his shot, and I do agree with the last caller. Look, if you're not going to fight this guy. And I can see why, Canelo's a cash cow. The PBC, they want to make their money with him. I get that, but this guy's been the number one contender from what I've seen for a couple years now. So if you're not going to fight him, the WBC, which you're unlikely going to do because they haven't done it yet, but they should make him give up the strap. I'm tired of this bullshit where they talk about Bud and Canelo and they're like, well, these guys should just get to do what they want to do. Man, bullshit. If you're in the top 10, top 5, number 1 pound-for-pound fighter and you got titles and you get lots of money, no. You don't get to do what you want to do. I got a job. I don't get to do what I want to do. If you want the money and you want the titles and you want the prestige that comes with being a pound-for-pound fighter, then you should be held to a standard that you have to fight the other top guys. You can do what you want to do when you retire. That's how I feel about it, Coach.
All right, well, shout out to Jerry for B-More, man. Salute. Always good to have you call the show. Salute to Jerry, man. B-More, stand up, man. B-More, stand up. Man, look here, man. Shout out to Superman in the building. Shout out to Superman in the building, man.
What he says we don't believe.
I'm just saying, listen, y'all gotta Google. I tell you, this is what I want everybody to do. Y'all go on Google and Google who is Canelo Alvarez fighting next.
Don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit.
Just Google it. Just Google it. Maybe Google know. Maybe Google know the answer. Just Google it and see what Google said. I think Google has some inside sources. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, what's going on? It's Rob from New York.
Rob from New York. Talk to me, fam.
Coach, I'm not quite sure if you tune into Pro Box TV.
Yeah, I do.
But Sean Porter was actually talking about the situation. Because you know that Paulie be going ham. And one of the things that Paulie mentioned was, obviously, you know that Sean Porter still has very close ties to the PBC and Al Haymon. He was saying that it's Canelo that makes the decisions at the end. It doesn't matter what Al Haymon could suggest
You got a lot of
something,
noise in the background.
and put. Give me a second, sorry, Coach. I said, at the end of the day, Al Haymon can suggest something, but Canelo's the one that makes the decision at the end of the day. And when you really think about it, with the whole issue that happened with Triple G and that DAZN contract, I'm not quite sure if you remember.
I remember.
But that third fight was included into that DAZN contract, and that Canelo made DAZN restructure that whole deal and get De La Hoya out. That's what kind of created that whole debacle. So Canelo already has a history of doing that stuff.
So saying that Canelo makes a decision on whether he's going to duck David Benavidez or fight him?
That's what it is. That's pretty much what it is. And honestly, I'm on board with the same thing that Jerry said. You know, this is the way that I look at it. You can do whatever the hell you want to do, but you got to let them belts go. If you want to pick and choose and do whatever, like Floyd was picking and choosing, but you got to remember that also, at the end of the day, Floyd was willing to vacate belts. Also, Kell Brooks had the IBF.
Yeah.
So there was other belts out there for you to go after. So it wasn't like the division was clogged up, but at the end of the day, the belts didn't really matter or held that much merit because everybody's looking at the payday and not the belt. So, but that's my call for it.
Hey, man, shout out to Rob from New York, man. New York, stand up. So, it looks like we have some clarity. Shout out to my brother Rick Timms in the building, Southside. Your boy Mumbo, salute. Shout out to Cooking with Sir Senior, peace to you, fam. Ed Saberinus, salute to you, fam. Listen, so basically we got some clarity. According to what Rob from New York said, that Sean Porter said on Pro Box TV, Canelo has the right of refusal to who he's going to fight. He could decide to fight you, or he could decide to duck you. That ain't what I said. Them Canelo fans gonna be like, "Oh hell no! What you trying to say, Coach? What you trying to say?" No, you know that, bro. I'm trying to tell you, boy. Hey, look here, man. Hold on, guys. Hold on. We got some callers coming in. We got a lot of callers calling in, bro. We got a guest coming on the show today. Salute to you, fam. Hey, hold on, guys. Hold on. Shout out. Hey, listen, man. We have my main man Evan Corn in the building, man. Let's give him a round of applause.
Appreciate that, Coach.
Give Evan a round of applause, man.
Thank you, Coach.
Evan, what's going on, fam? I know it's kind of loud back there. What you got going on?
Just fight week stuff, man. Fighter meetings and fighters doing their live photos. Just busy fight week stuff. So we're all excited for the show tomorrow at MSG.
Okay, so for all the people who may not know who you is, please let them know who you are.
Yeah, director of communications for Top Rank. So a lot of the PR stuff for Top Rank and other assorted tasks as needed.
All right, so you got a pretty good fight card. We was in Vegas. Vegas was nice. You got a pretty good fight card going down tomorrow. What say you about that? How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think it's great. O'Shaquie Foster is a guy that, as he mentioned in a lot of interviews and yesterday, wasn't a guy that was handed things as a pro. Wasn't, he was a top amateur, but had some fits and starts to his career, had a couple losses, spent some time in prison, and then came out with renewed dedication and vigor and turned his career around in spectacular fashion. It goes to show you when you have a good team, good trainer, Bobby Bennon, manager Keith Mills, who stood by him, turned his life around, turned his career around, won a world title last year, salvaged it with one of the greatest come from behind 12th round knockouts in boxing history in a title fight, which if you go by the numbers, that's true. And Top Rank, we signed him late last year, and now he's headlining on ESPN on a platform that we feel like he deserves. And he's a guy that he's in tough with Abraham Nova, a guy that we've had for 4 years. So it's not a walkover by any means, but O'Shaquie's finally getting that main event platform we feel like he deserves.
There's a lot of people in this chat. They love O'Shaquie Foster. I like the guy a lot. To be fair, he was a champion. He is a champion, but he went into the heart of Mexico and he fought. I forgot the brother he fought.
Rocky Hernandez.
Rocky Hernandez. It
was down 11-0 on one of the cards. One of those.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think that guy's ever judging again. Hopefully he doesn't. But down 11-0 on one card. I think down 3 or 5 points on one of the other cards. So he needed a knockout in the 12th round, and he did it against a very, very good fighter in Rocky Hernandez. So when you talk about adversity and overcoming adversity and doing whatever was needed to hold on to your title, that's what O'Shaquie Foster did. And he did it in Mexico against a Mexican fighter in hostile territory. The 11th round was the round of the year last year. Both guys were hurt. It was rock'em sock'em robots. So when you have a guy come through something like that to retain his title, obviously to get to where he got to win a title, he had to have had a ton of character. But to retain his title in that fashion shows everything you need to know about O'Shaquie Foster.
So you head of communications over at Top Rank.
Correct.
All right, so let everybody know what pretty much what is your job description as it relates to? Can you break that down for those who don't know what that title means?
I mean, it's day to day. It changes, but head of PR, so pitching stories, working directly with the fighters, setting up interviews, along with my colleague Gabe Rivas. Just pretty much heading up PR and identifying good stories, pitching those stories to outlets, and working to expose the fighters to not just boxing media, but to the wider media as well. Guys like O'Shaquie Foster, for example, he's made his home in Houston. He's from the Houston area, so you want to pitch him with the Houston media. A lot of these guys, Keyshawn Davis in Norfolk, Jared Anderson in Toledo. We're big believers that hometowns are fertile grounds for not just to help grow these guys as stars, but you want to bring fights to places like that. So you saw Jared Anderson pretty much sold out Toledo his first time.
Right.
We identified Toledo as a market for many years. We saw, I think boxing fans saw the success that Robert Easter had in Toledo. We've had success in similar markets like Fresno with Jose Ramirez, Omaha with Terrence Crawford. A lot of cities that not necessarily the big cities, I call them AAA cities. So cities that have minor league baseball teams, right? So mid-sized cities that have a real sense of community, like in Omaha, like a Fresno, are real great markets for boxing. And then obviously you have New York City, LA, Houston, Dallas. Shakur Stevens is another example. Like Newark, New Jersey, it's 20 minutes from New York City, but it's its own city, right? And Shakur is one of the best hometown draws in boxing. Because he, just like Jared with Toledo, he wears Newark on his trunks. He wears he always shouts out Newark. And so when you have a hometown that identifies with the fighter, and when the fighter identifies and shows love to their hometown, we've found that that's a great recipe for success.
So I'm glad you mentioned Shakur Stevenson. His last performance, he didn't look well. A lot of people said that he was running in his last fight, and now
you could say he didn't look good, but neither did Edwin De Los Santos, right?
Yeah, Edwin De Los Santos. Yeah. I'm going to get to that. But as it relates to Shakur Stevenson, do you feel that his last performance did it really hurt him? We're hearing that he's going to be a free agent. He let that be known. He's going to be a free agent. This and that. What's going on with the Shakur Stevenson situation?
Listen, we'll see what happens with Shakur as it relates to that going forward. But what I will say is, I think a lot of times boxing fans and media, we're prisoners of the moment. And if you look at I think Shakur is a future Hall of Famer, future pound for pound #1 guy. If you look at every fighter in the Hall of Fame, every major star, they've had, nobody bats 1,000, even undefeated fighters, right? So that fight wasn't a scintillating fight by any means. Nobody would say it is, or say it was, but it takes two to tango, and it was what it was. But you look at every fighter, they have a fight that's not entertaining. They're flat. So I think Shakur's taking a lot of undue stick for that performance, and the future will bear out the fighter that he is and that he's shown in the past. Whether it's against Oscar Valdez or Joet Gonzalez. So it just wasn't a good performance. It just wasn't a good fight, and it happens.
What you do PR? You do PR, Evan. What advice can you give a lot of these fighters? As it relates to building their own brand. Like we know the promotional company's job is to promote the fight or whatever, but a lot of these fighters, because of the day and age that we're living in with social media and stuff, some of these guys seem like they don't like giving interviews. When they do get in front of the camera, they can't really, articulate themselves to the fullest of their abilities or whatever. What advice do Top Rank give these fighters? Hey, look, you got to get yourself out there. You really got to do you encourage that?
Well, nowadays it's a kind of a 360-degree approach. Social media, number one. Not only be active on social media, but our social team, we have a master class we offer every fighter. We have the most robust and most successful social team in boxing, and they offer lessons to every single fighter that we sign or that's on our roster on how on how to maximize, not just posting often, but how to post, what to post, how often to post. Things like that to build their brand. Some fighters don't like doing interviews. Some fighters have compelling stories, but aren't comfortable sharing that story. And sometimes it takes fighters a little time to get out of their shell and to feel comfortable telling those stories. So, it's about identifying those stories and just helping them along. Some fighters, like a Keyshawn Davis. It's just a natural, right? Some fighters.
Yeah, we saw that fight.
Some fighters, I think as you saw in Terrence's last fight, Terrence did a great job with the media. You grow into it. Shakur's gotten a lot better. He's always was good, but he's a real compelling young man and has shown that in recent fights and promotions. So, everybody operates at their own speed, and it's about working with the fighters to help build a brand. But every fighter's different. You can't, it's one of the things I learned is you can't, it's not one size fits all. And the way you deal with Terrence Crawford or Shakur Stevenson or Richard Torres or Keisha, it's all different. And that's part of getting to know them and knowing their story.
I'm going to get the super chat out of the way. This brother right here, New Country, said, Evan, when Bob retires, who takes his place?
Well, who said he's retiring? He's 92 and hasn't retired yet. So what makes you think he's retiring? As for the answer to that question, that is way above my pay grade, so I'm not answering that.
Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo had a fight last week. A lot of people, felt that Jermaine Ortiz was running, that he didn't want to engage. Teo says a lot of things after the fight. I didn't even hear his entire speech, to be honest with you. But what is the disconnect between Teofimo launching his career to the next level from a pay grade standpoint? Because he's made gripes in the public that, hey, he feel like he's not getting paid the way he should be getting paid. But at the same time, he's not selling the way Gervonta Tank Davis is selling or some of these other fighters may be selling. What say you about that?
Well, listen, I think everybody wants to get paid more. I love when people say, this fighter wants to get paid. You want to get paid more. Everybody in their job wants to get paid more. So whether it's us or another promotional company, it's not a unique phenomena that a fighter wants to get paid more. Everybody wants to get paid more, right? So I don't really pay too much mind into that. That's just part of our business and part of any business, right? So, and you say, how to get to the next level. You keep fighting and you keep winning. And Teofimo's got a compelling story. You keep sharing that story. Obviously, Gervonta Davis is one of the biggest stars in boxing. So it's not about comparing. So it's not fair to compare X to Y or Y to Z or Teofimo to Gervonta or Devin to Shakur or whoever. Every fighter is different, and it's about how each fighter maximizes their own brand. So I don't really like the comparison game, or I think who's the face of boxing? I mean, it's Canelo, but who cares? Canelo's a big star. Gervonta's a big star. Shakur's a big star. A lot of big stars. Tyson Fury's a big star. Anthony Joshua's a big star. I don't really love the comparison, right?
So I'm glad you mentioned Canelo. We're talking about Canelo right now. There's a lot of information out there, news out there from different media outlets about who Canelo is fighting next. What I noticed is when it comes to Top Rank, I've never seen you guys, when Canelo became a free agent and people were trying to figure out where he was going to sign next, I never seen Top Rank break the bank though, or even reach out to try to sign Canelo. Why is that?
Again, that's you're asking. That's a question about my pay grade. I'm not the one to ask why or how far things. That's not my domain. But when people say they didn't open the bank in 2019, I remember February 2019. If you remember, everybody was saying that the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder rematch was imminent, right?
Right.
That because PBC promoted the first fight, and everybody was saying PBC Showtime is about to announce it, right? And it was Monday in mid-February, I believe, because it was the Monday after a Rob Brandt fight in Minnesota, that nobody knew about this. Nobody broke it. And Top Rank and ESPN signed Tyson Fury to one of the biggest free agent deals in boxing history. So, it's about what deals can you get done. And, that's an example of breaking the bank. And that was at a time when ESPN Plus was in its beginning stages, about a year after it launched. And Tyson's first two fights against Schwartz and Wallen were on ESPN Plus, and two very big drivers for subscriptions at the time. At a time when boxing streaming was in its infancy. DAZN had launched the fall before, I believe. ESPN Plus had launched the April 2018. So it's but the Canelo question I can't answer, but we have broken the bank for guys. Fury being a primary example.
How many, I don't know if you can answer this question, but how many Hall of Famers have Top Rank produced? Because Top Rank has put on some hell of a fights, them Don King Promotions back in the day.
That Bob has promoted?
Right.
I mean, several dozen, that spent a majority of their prime or a good portion of their career with. Yeah, I mean, Mayweather, Pacquiao, De La Hoya, Foreman, Ali,
Tony,
Monzon, Duran, the four Kings.
Yeah.
A lot of guys that will be Hall of Famers. Tim Bradley, for example, Juan Manuel Marquez, Eric Morales. I mean, list goes on and on. So, I mean, if you look at, since Bob, had been promoting 56 years, you look at the biggest megastars, especially in America. Top Rank has promoted most of them at some point of their career. Julio Cesar Chavez at the end of his career. Guys like Floyd at the first 3/4 of his career, first 70% of Floyd's career.
Yeah.
Pacquiao during the entire rise and apex of his career. So, and it's maybe at different points of their respective careers, but most of them, yeah.
It amazes me what Top Rank has been able to do as it relates to always signing the young fighters. You have O'Shaquie Foster. I think he's like 31, 32, so up in there.
Yeah, 31, I think, yeah.
You have Abdullah Mason. I love this kid, Abdullah Mason.
I was telling y'all from the pro debut.
Yeah.
I know you were on the train early, but it took a lot of people time to catch on.
Right.
I mean, he was everybody, the matchmakers and Carl Moretti from day one. It was we thought this kid was special. He's I recommend people who watch his amateur fight. I think it's on YouTube against a guy named Joel Iriarte. Spectacular. And Abdullah was blue chip from day one.
Who are the matchmakers at Top Rank? I know Carl Moretti.
Carl Moretti's a VP of boxing ops, and Brad Goodman and Bruce Trampler are the matchmakers, and two Hall of Famers. So doesn't get it's pretty good. If you're a young fighter, it's a pretty good system to be developed in.
Right. So my thing is, what I notice is, I would love to interview one of these matchmakers, because I want to know, what is the matchmaking process? What's the thought process that the matchmaker is going through when he makes a decision? Hey, Keyshawn is going to fight this guy next. Abdullah Mason is going to fight this guy next. Like, what is it that the matchmaker looks for in order to determine who's going to fight who and when they're going to fight?
Well, I'd let Brad and Bruce better answer that question. But I mean, I think I've seen interviews with Brad. It's showing these guys different styles. And not pushing them too fast, not pushing them too slow. It's a balance. It's an art, what they do. And so I'll let them answer that more thoroughly, because Brad's produced or 60 world champions or so from day one to world champion. So that's So that's a question better handled for him. But it's every fighter is different, and it's a delicate balance.
Okay, yeah. You know what? I would definitely love to get them on the show. You think they'll be able to come on the show? Bruce
says, I'd let him answer that. But with De La Hoya coming up, how Bruce, was one of the primary matchmaker at the time when Oscar was coming up, and how he matched him. It's interesting, Some fighters, there's some special talents that maybe it's not, it's easier to match, but and there's some fighters that need a little more time and need a little more seasoning, but that's better asked of them for sure.
Yeah, I got to get them on the show, man. I definitely, at least one of the matchmakers on the
sure,
show, because I would love to ask
Hit
them
me
that
up.
question.
I'll put you in the right direction.
All right, good, man, because, on this channel, we talk about ducking and cherry picking. And so we feel that a lot of fighters is ducking. We talking about Canelo. They say he's ducking, and he's ducking the Mexican monster, David Benavidez, and pick who he wants to pick. But Floyd Mayweather did say that when you're in that position, you should be able to pick and choose who you want to fight, especially if you earned that right. As of late, the O'Shaquie Foster, you got him coming up Friday. O'Shaquie, man, to me, it's hard for me not to be a fan of this guy. This guy got it the hard way. He's getting it out of the mud. What was the decision process that went into, hey, we want to sign this guy next, O'Shaquie Foster? How did he get signed?
Listen, I think any promotional company, not just Top Rank's, looking for elite talent. When elite talent becomes available, O'Shaquie Foster was an elite talent. He was elite talent that became available. As a world champion, he fit. We have a lot, and also we have a lot of up and comers and veterans in the 130-pound weight class. So it's a division that Top Rank has a lot of fighters in. So it just makes it from pretty much every box you check, and also, from my perspective, I always say like the marketability metric, right? Like how marketable is somebody and what's their ability. O'Shaquie Foster, I believe, is both marketable and has tremendous ability. There's a lot of fighters that, I'm not going to give you specific names, but there's a lot of fighters that are very, very, very marketable. Talent-wise, their talent level might be a little less, but you can work with them because they have potential mass appeal. And there's a lot of fighters that are, extremely talented, but it's tougher to market. And so a guy like O'Shaquie Foster is both very talented, already a world champion, and I believe very marketable. So he kind of checks both boxes.
I don't know if you qualify to answer this question, but this brother right here wanted to know, what is the biggest concerns on the promotion side of boxing in 2024?
I mean, from a general point of view, it's not concerns, but it's you want to put on a good product for the fans and for your media partners that are paying money, to put on the fights. That's, maybe I wouldn't call it a concern, but that's always the objective. Fights that the fans want to see, fights that you feel like the network wants, and you go from there. I think people think you're going to say, oh, competition. Well, there's always been competition in boxing, right? There's always, back in the 90s, Bob, Top Rank, were going tooth and nail with Don King. And throughout the years, there's been countless upstart promotional companies that have come and gone that, that might change the pay scale in boxing or infuse with a lot of money and changes how the business operates. But that's not a concern. That's been going on for decades. So, the main objective is putting on good fights that the fans want to see, and you go from there.
Do you think that Don King and Bob Arum made each other great promoters? Because, like you say, because of the competition factor, and Don King was, extravagant as he is, putting on big fights, Bob Arum putting on big fights, and then they put on some great fights together. De La Hoya and
Trinidad.
Trinidad. Just a whole bunch of fights they put together in the past. What do you think that they they made each other great, so to speak?
I mean, I know Bob has spoken about this a lot, and it's, I think in any business or any walk of life, competition makes you better. If you're just operating as the sole ruler, if you have 100% of the market share, right, you can become complacent. But when you have somebody like a Don King, who's a master self-promoter, was incredible at what he did in his day, it can't help but make you better. And I'm sure if you gave Don King truth serum, he would say the same thing about Bob. But as Bob has always said, when the rubber met the road and it was time to make the big fights, like Leonard Duran won, De La Hoya Trinidad, a bunch more. We even did in 2018, we did Jose Ramirez, Amir Imam, Miguel Cotto, Ricardo Mayorga. I think Floyd Mayweather, Zab Judah, I believe, was a Don and Bob promotion. When it came time to make big fights, they, as Bob said, as said before, green is the most important color. You know, if the fighters can make big money, if the businesses can make big money, they would sit down and they'd make the fight. You know, so that was whatever conflicts they had could be hashed out when it made sense business-wise.
So how has streaming affected boxing today from a financial standpoint?
You know, Coach, you've been a boxing fan for a while. And when I started watching boxing, you watch an HBO broadcast back in the day, right?
Right.
It was 2 fights, usually 2, 3 fights, maybe even 1 sometimes. And you didn't see the international fight. You didn't see those undercard fights, right? They would be on the international broadcast. But that was pre-internet, pre-streaming, so you couldn't watch them. Maybe you'd get highlights in between fights on HBO. Nowadays, you can watch these fighters really develop in front of your eyes, right? So, you know, and I think one of the great things about Top Rank and our distribution deal with ESPN is, and ESPN Plus, primarily for these undercard fights, is every single Abdullah Mason fight has been shown live, right? 30 years ago, that wouldn't be the case. You know, 30 years ago, a guy like Abdullah Mason might be like this. You read about him in the pages of Ring Magazine, or you know, he's like this underground, and this guy that, and you have to really sort of like be in the know. Now, you know, because of social media and because every fight's live, you can watch him. You can watch his whole career. Emiliano Vargas, you can watch his whole career develop in front of your eyes. And I think that's one of the benefits of streaming. And a perfect example, you know, I think before the streaming era, Asian fighters were criminally underrated because they were not shown anywhere. But one of the big reasons the monster has caught on in America in a way like he has, his fights are on ESPN Plus. It's become like this rite of passage. These boxing fans are getting up at 3, 4, 5 in the morning to watch in-a-way fights 2, 3 times a year on ESPN Plus. And he, in my opinion, the best pound for pound fighter in the world. And thankfully, the American public, through social media, through ESPN Plus, has a front row seat to what I think, when it's all said and done, one of the greatest fighters in the history of boxing. I truly believe the fighters he's beating and the way he's knocking these people out at bantamweight, 108 pounds, 115, 118 pound fighters aren't supposed to do that. Like, Emmanuel Rodriguez blows out in 2 rounds, now a world champion. Jason Maloney, who's a very good fighter, now a world champion, barely won a second of that fight, and now he's a world champion because Inoue moved up. So all these guys he's beating in 1, 2, 3 rounds, or winning every second of every round, are world champion fighters. You know, in his 4th pro fight, he beat a guy who went on to be an eventual unified champion in a non-title fight. I think it was a Japanese or an Asia-Pacific title fight, a regional title fight. In his 4th pro fight, he's 21-0 in world title fights, 2-time undisputed champion, the undisputed top dog in 3 weight classes, world champion in 4 weight classes. What this guy is doing is beyond special. Yeah. And thankfully, to the streaming era, ESPN Plus, we all see it. And if you don't see the fact that he's a great fighter, you don't know boxing. Like, that's simple as that.
What about illegal streaming? How has illegal streaming affected?
I mean, listen, it's, you know, back in the 20 years ago, it was the black boxes, right? The cable boxes. You know, you get some guy to install a couple $200, you get all the pay-per-view channels. So that was the struggle back then. Now, yeah, it obviously impacts the pay-per-view business tremendously. I don't know. I think in some cases, how many buys is that? How many people that would have purchased it are illegally streaming? How many people would not have purchased it but are illegally streaming? That's like a question I don't have the answer to. But yeah, no, it impacts it tremendously, of course.
So it seems that what is Top Rank's business model? Because it seems to me that Top Rank is ran like a well-oiled machine. I did an interview, I want to say with Rick Glaser, and he said that Top Rank runs their company like a Fortune 500.
I think I saw that interview. Yeah.
Yeah, like a Fortune 500. He said they run it like a real business. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously have, Bob and Todd at the head of the company, and Carl Moretti's VP, and we have legal counsel and 2 Hall of Fame matchmakers and a very robust social media staff, a couple publicists. Like, yeah, so and then like any business, accountants and whatnot. I don't know if we're the only. I don't think we're the only company in boxing that's run like that. But yeah, I mean, it's. I think a lot of and I didn't realize this till I got in the business. I think a lot of fans don't realize everything that goes into putting on an event, right? The logistics, the travel. When you're putting on an event, you're dealing with we have 9 fights on Friday's card. You're dealing with 18 different fighters and 18 different camps and 18 different travels. And we have we have a 3-4 person operations team that basically works around the clock on a fight week to ensure that everything runs smoothly. Fighters get to where they need to get to on time, do their medicals. Like, a lot of other companies do great jobs of that too. And it's just I'd like to say, I'd like to think we're among the best at what we do. And it really, having worked with these men and women for 6 years, it is a well-oiled machine. So yeah, a lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes that people don't see. And it takes a hell of a lot to put on an event. And also, I'd be remiss to say, when you talk about the executive structure, recent Hall of Famer Brad Jacobs, our COO, who I don't know if I've ever met a person who's as good at their job as he is. I mean, everything runs through him, and he's kind of like the point guard, and so yeah, it's just a great team.
Brad, you say Brad Jacobs?
Yeah, Hall of Famer. Yeah, he used to run. He ran USA Tuesday Night Fights for many years. Mastermind behind that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Ran Square, Roy Jones's promotional company for many years. Back in the late '90s, early 2000s, Tarver, the Tarver days, and before that. So he's a boxing lifer and a well-deserving Hall of Famer.
So the people that Top Rank has is more than qualified too much as it relates to the sport of boxing, how it runs, the operations day to day and stuff like that. When I was talking to Carl Moretti in Vegas, and he said, "Man, we have the best young prospects in the game." He was so excited at the knockout that Abdullah. Bro, let me tell you something. I interviewed Abdullah Mason, man. That was my first time meeting him. He's 19 years old. I've been talking to his father for a while, so me and his father have a good rapport. I love his family, man, and his brothers. Man, that's a good kid. 19 years old, bro. He doesn't even have his man strength yet. And the things that he's able to do in the ring at such a young age, how impressed are you with Abdullah Mason? Beyond impressed. Everything we thought he's turning into. And I know, obviously, as director of communications for Top Rank, I'm very biased in favor of Top Rank. But when you look at the young fighters, it's Abdullah and Emiliano and Rohan Polanco, Charlie Sheehy, and so many, Xander Zayas, obviously, so many great young, Jared Anderson, so many great young talents, Richard Torres Jr., just even Troy Isley, another former Olympian, Tiger Johnson, another Olympian, Raymond Murtaya is coming up strong. So I think we have a wealth of young talent, and it remains to be seen how I think most of these careers are going to pan out. Remains to be seen. Boxing's an unpredictable game, as you know, Coach. All right, so I listen. I know you're busy. I got one more question. It seems that all of the top prospects, most of them come to Top Rank. What is it about Top Rank that attracts the Floyd Mayweathers, the Oscar De La Hoyas, the Miguel Cottos, the Abdullah Masons, the Shakur Stevensons, the Jared Andersons? Like, what is it about Top Rank that seems to attract all of the top young prospects? I don't want to speak for any fighters, but I'll speak for why I think so. Track record. You sign with Top Rank, you're going to, we develop fighters, develop them the right way with matchmaking, the exposure we give them. We keep them busy. Big problem in boxing these days. Fighters don't fight enough. And if you want to stay active, you'll stay active. Best way to develop as a fighter is to fight. Right. Fighting once or twice a year at an early age is not going to cut it. So it's activity, it's development, and it's the 360, promotion, marketing, exposure. That machine keeps the wheel rolling, and it just, you don't have to. I don't have to sit here and wax poetic about track record. Floyd, pro debut, became a 4-weight world champion under Top Rank. De La Hoya fought 85% of his career with Top Rank. Kelly Pavlik, a guy that
no, I mean, nobody had huge expectations. From what I was told, it wasn't like he was this blue chip guy coming out.
It was.
Nobody, everybody thought Jermaine Taylor was going to run right through him, and became middleweight champion of the world. And one of the biggest stars Youngstown has seen. So yeah, Marvin Hagler. Nobody wanted. He was.
Oh my God.
Bob told the story about Tip O'Neill and
and the Congress.
The whole thing. Yeah. But Hagler lost a couple controversial decisions in Philly and was one loss away from boxing purgatory and Top Rank. He became arguably the greatest middleweight champion in boxing history. 12 undisputed defenses of undisputed titles. So you don't have to tell them; you just show them. Here's, from Hagler to De La Hoya to Pacquiao, to nowadays Shakur. We got Terrence Crawford at 9-0, 10-0, 11-0, somewhere in that range. Yeah, so it's track record.
Did you know? I mean, from what you heard from the offices, because Terrence Crawford was somewhere at Omaha, Nebraska, not known for boxing. To me, it seemed like he was an overachiever. It's no way you could have saw that coming. This guy was going to be as great as he is today.
Maybe knowing Terrence and Bomac and the team maybe they knew, right?
Yeah, they knew. Yeah.
But I don't think anybody could have foreseen. But most of the guys that turn out that way, very few people see it coming, right? Very few people saw Terrence Crawford coming, pound for pound number one, future Hall. Manny Pacquiao, nobody could have foreseen that he'd become one of the biggest pay-per-view stars in boxing history and winning 8 world titles. Nobody sees that coming. I mean, maybe Floyd Mayweather, guys like him and Shakur Stevenson, you can see that Floyd Olympic pedigree, his family pedigree. Shakur Stevenson, Olympic silver medalist, was our best amateur. Saying, Shakur Stevenson's going to become a multi-weight world champion, a lot of people were saying that. But
right.
Guys like Pacquiao, Crawford, Pavlik. If a lot of people were saying it, maybe I'm wrong, but I haven't met many people who did.
Yeah, I heard Pacquiao. I heard Pacquiao was fighting, just to feed his family. It was he had a whole bunch of siblings. And
if you watch this it might have been his HBO debut or early on. He's on a pay-per-view undercard against Leo Luwaba from South Africa when he won the 120. Luwaba was heavily favored. And Lampley and Merchant couldn't even pronounce Pacquiao's name. They were calling him Pacquiao. He came in on on a couple weeks' notice. He was seen as cannon fodder for this rising champion, Luwaba, who was really seen at the time like one of the, he was going to be there for a while. Nobody knew about him. And he went in and kicked the crap out of Luwaba. Yeah. And then even when he fought Barrera in 2003, and this was before the ride with Top Rank began in earnest, nobody saw that coming. Barrera was, at the time, I believe, Cliff Rold probably knows this off the top of his head, but I think Barrera was number 3 or 4 on the ring pound for pound list, and Pacquiao did what he did. So a lot of the greatest success stories in boxing, people don't see coming, or if they do, it's 1 or 2 people. So that's like Crawford. How many? Nobody here in America, unless you followed Japanese schoolboy boxing, heard of Naoya Inoue when he turned pro.
No.
So, Tyson, how many doubters did Tyson Fury have early on in his career? In America, he was seen as kind of this big, goofy, and he had a tough fight with John McDermott for, I believe, the English title, like 8th or 9th pro fight. Some people thought McDermott deserved that decision. How many people outside of Tyson Fury, who has most self-belief of probably any person on the planet, thought Tyson Fury was going to become this historic, storied heavyweight champion?
I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe the late
John
great
Fury.
Emmanuel Stewart.
Yeah, it was probably Emmanuel Stewart and John Fury saw it coming. So a lot of the greatest stories in boxing, we don't see coming. And that's what makes boxing so great. One of many reasons. So and then Fury, and then who could have seen that, the comeback from what he, post Klitschko and culminating in the Deontay Wilder trilogy.
All right, Evan, thank you so much, man. Give us some parting words. We have O'Shaquie Foster, one of my favorite fighters. O'Shaquie Foster, Houston's very own blue chip fighter. Where is this fight? Well, this fight I'm seeing is happening in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, the theater at the Garden tomorrow. Main card
Friday.
with
It's Friday, right?
Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's O'Shaquie Foster. Co-main event: Andres Cortez, Brian Chevalier, a big 130-pound matchup, and Jushu Carrington opening the show. And then a few hours before that on ESPN Plus, Guido Vianello, heavyweight prospect from Italy, among many other. Yuri Cedeno, Dominican prospect, who's going to be appearing on a top-ranked show for the first time. He's a Dominican Olympian, so he'll be on the show. So that's at like 5:20 Eastern. So you got about 3.5 hours of undercards, and then you got a triple header on ESPN, and also all fights on ESPN are also simulcast on ESPN Plus as well. So if you have cable,
you say Shushu. You say Shushu is
he's opening
setting it off?
he's opening up the ESPN telecast at 9 o'clock against a Filipino-born, Norwegian-raised veteran, Bernard Torres, who's 18-1.
Okay. All right, man. Great, man. Listen, Evan, thank you so much, brother, for stopping by. Evan Korn, he's the head of PR at Top Rank. I will be reaching out to you because I got to get the matchmakers on. I have to.
We'll talk about offline, Coach, anytime, man, and it's my pleasure.
All right, let's give Evan a round of applause. Hey, thank you so much, brother, for stopping by. Yeah, man. That was a surprise that I had for everybody. Shout out to Keys Bulldog. Hey, okay. Dropping that. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, what you say? You say, right, we are here because the best fighters are not fighting. Yeah, I got you on that, fam. I got you on that. Yeah, we're going to get these matchmakers on because I got a line of questions to ask. We're going to ask some tough questions. I want you guys, when we get a matchmaker on, I want you guys to submit me some questions in the chats that you want me to ask. And I'm going to ask some questions myself because I want to know, I want to talk about ducking and cherry picking and stuff like that. That's what I want to talk about. But I just want to, but all jokes aside, I want to talk about what is the thought process that goes behind matching up certain fighters. Evan did touch on it by saying, hey, we want to build the fighter up, this and that, go through the building process. But but I want to know from the eyes and the minds of a matchmaker, because it's obvious that matchmaking is a skill. Matchmaking has to be a skill. I think that's obvious. So I just want to know from a matchmaker standpoint who's been doing it for years, what is the thought process? What is it that they look for exactly when they make a decision to match fighter A up with fighter B?
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, I got Pork Chop Willie want to fight Hog Head Cheese. Look here, man. How you know Pork Chop ain't ready? I don't know. Hog Head Cheese is kind of tough one. Pork Chop, he good, but he may not be ready yet. Okay, let's find somebody. Let's put him in there with Chico Stick. Chico Stick is the degree under Pork Chop Willie. So so what we gonna do? No, he's a degree under Hog Head Cheese. So what we gonna do? If he get by Chico Stick, then he may. Depending on how he wins that fight, then we'll put him in there with Hog Head Cheese. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Poodleism. He said it's called win-win business. That's how. Nah, I mean that's vague though. That ain't telling me nothing. It's called win-win business. What does that mean? That doesn't tell me anything. You get what I'm saying? That's why I gotta have a professional on here who can professionally break it down. I need someone, a matchmaker that can professionally break it down so that we can get the proper answer. You get what I'm saying? Hold on, guys. We got a call called in there. I get what you're saying. You probably just looking at it from a layman's standpoint, but I need look here, man. Break it down for me like a 57 Chevy. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie from New York. Talk to me, fam.
Good interview, Coach.
Hey, thank you, fam.
Yeah, man. Coach, I'm hearing that my sources telling me that Al Haymon is protecting David Benavidez from a beatdown from Canelo Alvarez.
Yes, they say that Al Haymon is protecting David Benavidez. Canelo is not ducking David Benavidez. Al Haymon is protecting David Benavidez from being slaughtered by Canelo. And what happens is they're saying that the Canelo haters are trying to flip it And David Benavidez is trying to flip it to make it seem like they really chasing Canelo, want to fight Canelo in one breath, while behind the scenes they are hiding behind Al and being protected from Canelo. That's what they're saying now.
That's funny shit, man. And Coach, I'm glad that Charlo debunked, the rumors about him fighting Canelo, man. He doesn't even know who the fuck he's fighting next.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, Coach, I don't know if I'm bugging or I'm seeing things, but correct me if I'm wrong. Every time I see Charlo in front of a camera, man, he seems like he's drunk or always seems to be out of it, like he's on something, right or wrong.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what, man? He's definitely not living the life of a boxer, And the boy's undefeated. He's got skills, man. I like his jab. But again, man, if you're going to continue to live like that, man, your career is not going to last. And I wish him luck with that. He's a grown man. He doesn't need advice from me or from anyone. But again, boxing is a tough sport, man. And the way he's living, man. Yeah. And Coach, another thing, Canelo's case, man. In Canelo's case, I mean, listen, if you're not going to fight the number one guy or mandatories, I don't think he has any, but they're coming. Drop the belt. You already made a name for yourself. You don't need belts, man, to get paid. He's going to make top dollars regardless. And again, man, you got to give these young guys, man, their shot, man. And that's all I got to say, Coach, man. That's my call, my brother.
All right,
Peace.
shout out to Jamie from New York. Salute, fam.
Later.
I want to show you guys this. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but I'll play it from my phone if you can't hear it. But I want to show you guys this here, right? I want to show you this. This is Jermall Charlo denying the rumors.
Hey, I haven't even talked to Al Haymon since our last fought. So everybody else keeps talking about, oh, you about to fight Canelo, this and that. This. I ain't got it ain't no confirmation. I'm in an island somewhere.
So I don't know whether he's joking or not. He's smiling. He looks like he's slurring. I'm gonna play it so you guys can hear it. It looks like he's slurring in his speech. So if this guy's fighting Canelo, this is gonna be an outrage. If Canelo is fighting this guy next, it's like you fighting a dog. This dude is an alcoholic. He's either alcoholic. Hold on. He's either alcoholic or he's drugged out on something. It's obvious that he's slurring. So it's like, okay, he's saying that he don't know. There's no confirmation. All right, is Jermall Charlo lying? And if he is lying, again, I mean, he really has no reason to lie. He just don't. He don't have to make a video at all. But let me let you guys hear this. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's inevitable. It's D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, Baltimore.
All right, D-Block, hold on. Let me play this video right quick. Because either Jermall Charlo is lying or are the sources say reporters are lying. Or is Jermall Charlo telling the truth or are the sources say reporters are telling the truth? Now we're hearing that, Caleb Plant is in negotiations, according to what the brother said in the chat. According to what he said, Caleb Plant, Louis DeCoopers, manager of Caleb Plant, said they're in negotiations to fight Jermall Charlo. So which one is it? Is Louis DeCoopers, is Caleb Plant in negotiations to fight Jermall Charlo, or is Jermall Charlo fighting Canelo next? Which one is it? I don't know. Let me let you hear this right quick, D-Block. Tell me what do you think.
Hey, I haven't even talked to Al Haymon since our last fought. So everybody else keeps talking about, oh, you about to fight Canelo, this and that. I ain't got it ain't no confirmation. I'm in an island somewhere. Hey, I haven't even talked to Al Haymon since our last fought. So everybody else keeps talking about, oh, you about to fight Canelo, this and that. I ain't got it ain't no confirmation. I'm in an island somewhere.
So anyway, D-Block,
hey,
what say you about that, D-Block?
Coach, what they say about drunk people? What they say about drunk people?
Say drunk people tell the truth.
Drunk people tell the truth, and I've been there plenty of times.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something: he hasn't ended up pretty good. I've heard a lot of feelings. And at the end of the day, don't catch me when I'm drunk. Look, Coach, I'm gonna tell you like this: Charlo is not gonna fight Canelo Alvarez. I'm sorry to say that. Houston, we got problems. We got a drunken ass fool with his baby mama right there. I mean, he drunk and he in the ocean. That don't make no sense. He drunk and in the ocean. Anything can happen there. There's sharks in the ocean, Coach. They definitely want Charlo. Look, Charlo is not right in his mind, Coach. We know he got issues. Drunk people tell the truth. He done told everybody. He done told whoever trying to put out some news and trying to make something out of nothing. We know Canelo Alvarez ain't ducking David Benavidez. It's the other way around. It's the other way around, my brother. David Benavidez, Ecuadorian, Guatemalan, Arizona son. They don't know where he's from. We know that. We don't know where he's from, Coach. He's been ducking Canelo all this time. What you got to say with that?
You know what? I never even thought about that, D-Block, but now I'm sitting back looking at it. You know, to me that sounds crazy. How can you say that David Benavidez, the interim champion, and the current WBC, the mandatory to the title, is ducking Canelo, and then now, but I'm looking at all of the moves that the Benavidezes are making behind the scenes. And I'm like, okay, they signed the 3-fight deal that didn't even include Canelo. And I did see a video, an interview where Jose Sr. said that we are very happy with our deal with PBC. If we don't get Canelo fight, we not worried about it. We don't care. We're happy over here. So he's telling me that we are happy with whether we get Canelo fight or not. And he's going along with Al Haymon's plan. So it's kind of hard for me to objectively to go to war for Benavidez when he ain't pulling up on Canelo. We don't see you at no press conferences. We don't see you catching him at the grocery store. We don't see you going to the WBC convention pleading with Mauricio Suleiman. Hey, man, like Carlos Adames did when he told Mauricio Suleiman, look, I'm the WBC mandatory and interim champ. I want to fight Jermall Charlo next. And Mauricio Suleiman shot him down and say, no, we're not going to allow that fight to happen right now. We don't see him doing any of that. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to think, dog. I don't.
I'm going to let it go like this. And it's coming with facts. Hey, Coach, this is where you know he's ducking. The first time he laid a nose on that wrong powder. The second time he couldn't make weight. We know he was ducking and dodging. And not just that. Canelo Alvarez fought on Showtime for the first time in a long time in the Caleb Plant fight. PBC World before he went back to Eddie Hearn. Benavidez could have stepped in that ring. He could have stepped in that press conference just like Lara did, like anybody else, Triple G, calling him out. He could have done that. We're here today. It's ducking season. And David Benavidez is the greatest duck of all time. Hey, man, Tank Davis. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville.
Shout out to D-Block. Hey, I'm just, you guys get what I'm saying? Like, Miss Parker, you said some real stuff. Jermall Charlo might just be on depression medication. You know, he's going through mental health issues, so he could be on Seroquel, Thorazine. Well, if he was on Thorazine, he'd probably be a zombie or Seroquel. Whatever he's on, it has him like slurring in his speech, sound like he's drunk. Do you get what I'm saying? This guy is in no position to fight anyone, let alone Canelo. Let alone Canelo. Like, bro, this ain't gonna be, bro, man, let me tell you something, bro. I don't know what to believe. Jermall Charlo is saying something totally opposite of what the sources say, reporters are saying. So I don't know. I don't know what to believe, fam. I'm calling, hold on. All I'm saying is here, man, this dude, let me let you guys see this. Let me just let you guys see this right quick, man. Hold on, man. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me if this guy's in any condition to be fighting doggone the Canelo. Caller, don't hang up. Don't hang up. Y'all tell me if this guy's in any position to be fighting a damn Canelo. Y'all just tell me this here. Hold on, caller. Yeah, hold on. Let me play this right here.
Hey, I haven't even talked to Al Haymonn since our last call. So everybody just keeps talking about, oh, you about to fight Canelo, this and that. I ain't got it ain't no confirmation. I'm in an island somewhere.
So do y'all hear that? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Coach? This is Coach Eddie from the ATL. What's happening, brother?
Coach Eddie from the ATL. Talk to me, fam.
So, Coach, when the white man come over there and say something about matchmaking and promoting, now everybody want to believe. I've been telling these folks the same stuff since I've been on the show. Matchmaking and cherry picking. And that Canelo is nothing but a figment of our imagination. He is not who he claimed to be. He is a product of the machine. He's a product of careful matchmaking or management, whatever you want to call it, cherry picking and ducking. And that's my stance, Coach. And anybody that I was listening to JBN, man, I almost had a car accident. I said, this dude must be trolling or something. Ain't no way in the world he believe what's coming out of his mouth, Coach.
Listen. The man JBN said it's a smoke. He said, Coach, it's an illusion. That's not true. JBN said David Benavidez is ducking Canelo.
That's what he said.
Hey, you know what? I swear to God, bro, I did not see that move coming. I don't know if that's some kind of Jedi mind trick. David Benavidez, wait a minute. Canelo ain't ducking David Benavidez. David Benavidez is really ducking Canelo. Look, the man hiding behind Al Haymon. You know, Canelo really want to fight him, but he know that he can't get the fight because David Benavidez, he says one thing in public, but behind closed doors, he's hiding. He's being protected, you know, by Al. I didn't see that coming, bro. I didn't see that coming at all.
Man, look, watching the Canelo fight is like watching the Steven Seagal fight scene. It's fake. He ain't gonna get hit. Everybody gonna be taking, like when he fought Kovalev. Kovalev clearly tanked that fight. You know what I'm saying? When he fought Jermall Charlo, Jermall Charlo did something we never seen him do before. Was shut up and be quiet and run all night. That must have been in this country. Don't throw no punches. Don't try to knock me out. So Canelo, to me, like I said, like my man, what's his name? The guy you just had on, Corn.
Yeah. It's Evan Corn. Yeah, he's a direct.
Evan Corn. He already said these
top rank, yeah.
Exactly. He said these matchmakers sit down. They got a team of people that say, "Look, we're gonna map you out." Because he said he mentioned one thing about matchmaking and marketing. Canelo was good for marketing. He was matched up very well, and they said, "Look, these are the guys that you are going to stay away from." Early in his career, people said they want to say Demetrius Andrade was a strategic and a matchmaking nightmare for Canelo when they were both in their prime. That's why they didn't fight him. Canelo has been cherry picking. People say what they want to say. They like to use triangle theory, but sometimes people just cause this guy beat this guy don't mean that this guy gonna win. That fight never happened because that was a nightmare. They seen the Erzlurny Laura fight. They say, you know what, Canelo, you don't do good against southpaws and guys that can move. Let's stay away from them. Let's make sure you fight guys that stand right in front of you so you can knock them out and you can shine and say Viva Mexico and all this good stuff. And I'll fight anybody. But like I say, Coach, that's boxing in a nutshell. He said it so eloquently, though. He didn't say cherry picking and ducking. He called it matchmaking and promotion. He said all the right words that made it sound so good.
He couched it in language.
Exactly what he did.
He couched it. He couched ducking and cherry picking in language. You know I'm just messing around.
JDN, please call back today, man. I just want to laugh one more time. Come on, please defend your man Canelo from all this ducking. I want to hear it. But that's my call, Coach.
All right, go ahead. Every time I hear ducking, I think about doggone my main man from Great White Heights. Now, I'm the #1 contender. I'm tired of James the Poodle, Grim Reaper, whatever you want to call himself, ducking me. I'm tired of seeing him ride around town in 8 Rolls Royces. He ain't fought nobody. I'm still in the Broham. Shout out to the real McCoy. Hey, okay. I'm dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
The real McCoy, he say the Mexican monster doesn't have to pull up on the cinnamon guy because the cinnamon guy is the champion. We all seen the Rocky movie. Apollo went after Rocky as the champion because of the chattering. But not only that, the real McCoy, that ain't always true, my brother, because Clubber Lang pulled up on Rocky at his statue revealing ceremony.
Hey, woman. Listen here. Since your old man ain't got no heart, maybe you'd like to see a real man. I bet you stay up late every night dreaming you had a real man, don't you? I tell you what, bring your pretty little self over to my apartment tonight, and I'll show you a real man.
See, Clubber Lang pulled up. James Lights Out Tony. Now, I ain't gonna lie, James Lights Out Tony did pull up now. When he didn't, before he was a champion, and when he became a champion, he was pulling up as well. James Tony pulled up on contenders. Oh, you the number one guy? Yeah, I'll fight you. And then when he went to another division, and when he went to another division where the guy was the champ, yeah, I'll fight you too. Like, James, the pull-up game was serious. Ali pulled up on Frazier. You know what I mean? Like, again, bro, we got several examples where fighters pulled up that weren't champions. But I do get your point, fam. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, coach? It's JVN. Man, why are you listening to that hater coach, that cheerleader coach, Eddie? He's a cheerleader coach. He's a cheerleader coach. He's only mad that his bum-ass favorite fighter, Demetrius Andre, didn't make as much money as Canelo made cherry-picking. Yeah, Canelo's cherry-picking, but at least he's making millions and millions and millions. Demetrius Andre cherry-picked his whole career, and he's trash. He ain't shit. That's why he's mad. That's why Coach Eddie's mad, because he couldn't make the money that Canelo made cherry-picking Scott Quigg. He couldn't make the money Canelo made cherry-picking Williams. And he got the fucking shit beaten out of him by David Benavidez. But that's why Coach Eddie's mad, Coach, because this bum-ass fighter didn't make as much money as Canelo made, supposedly cherry-picking. What do you think about that?
So you are admitting that Canelo has been cherry picking. That's what you said, my brother. Am I right?
Look. If Canelo really was cherry picking, why isn't it like, if it really was like about matchmaking, why aren't all these guys making 8-figure paydays? Why isn't Tank Davis making 8-figure paydays every single fight? If it really was about matchmaking, isn't Gervonta Tank Davis the most match-made fighter ever in the history of the PBC, or in the last era? In the last era, Daffy Duck Davis is the most match-made fighter in the history of boxing this era. And is he making 8 figures? No. Look, Coach, like, matchmaking does exist, and I do believe in that. But it's not going to get you to 8 figures. Like, I just don't believe that just matchmaking is going to get you to 40 million and 50 million. I don't think that. Because if that was the case, Gervonta Daffy Duck Davis and Dudu Andre would be making 8 figures plus their whole career, because that's what they've been doing their whole career, ducking and cherry picking. So that's my response.
So
what do you think about that, Coach?
Is Canelo fighting the Mexican monster? That's what we want to know.
He is fighting the Mexican monster, and I have a theory on how that fight is going to happen, because David ain't shit. He can't sell shit. He proved that in his last fight against Dudu Andre, 40,000 pay-per-views. The last TV rating program that he had against David Lemieux, the Watch David Lemieux that got knocked out by Triple G and got a boxing lesson by Billy Joe Saunders, it did like 400,000 views. So he can't even get over 1 million views on free circuit television, on free TV. But I have a theory on how that fight is going to be made, and I don't think the Jermall Charlo fight is going to be made, because if Al Haymon and the PBC put that fight on, Canelo is going to bankrupt them to the floor, because they don't have the money to pay the $35 million. But I have a theory that Canelo and Crawford have been in contact with the Sheik, and they're going to use Amazon Prime to distribute that fight when they make the Crawford Canelo fight, and then that's going to help them make the Benavidez fight, because the Sheik will finance that fight too. What do you think about that?
I don't know, man. I'm hearing. I don't know about if the Sheik will finance. I don't know, what type of relationship that Al Haymon has with the Sheik, because no one has seen Al Haymon. But I will say,
Al Haymon does nothing but cherry picking and ducking. He is not in contact with the Sheik. It's Canelo and Crawford that are in contact with the Sheik. It's them that are going to get that. It's Canelo and Crawford are going to save the PBC.
So
that's what I feel. With the finance of the Sheik.
All right, so JB, so my thing is, if Canelo is not fighting Jermall Charlo next, because we've been hearing reports of Canelo fighting Jermall Charlo, but he says he's fighting 2 Americans. What does that leave? It leaves David Benavidez, he's an American, and maybe Terrence Crawford.
That's who I think is going to be the fight. I think it's going to be Crawford in May, and then David Benavidez in September. That's what I feel. The only other way that they can guarantee that fight is if they tell Canelo that they'll give him a bunch of upside from the pay-per-view and less guarantee. But I don't think that Canelo would go for that. You get what I'm saying by that? Like if they tell you, okay, Canelo ain't got all the money, but David Benavidez fight, since he's Mexican and all this, it might sell 1 million pay-per-views, so we'll give you a whole bunch of guarantee out of that. So either that way, or like I said, the Sheik will finance that fight. So that's the theory that I have. But look, I do want the Benavidez fight to happen. I just hate when Canelo fights somebody, and because the guy doesn't want to fight anybody, once Canelo beats him, everybody resorts to, oh, well, he never beat nobody, so we're not going to give credit to Canelo. And that's what's going to happen. I bet you, Coach. When Canelo knocks out Benavidez, every single Coach Eddie and everybody else is going to be calling the show saying, well, Benavidez never fought nobody, so we're not going to give Canelo no credit.
All right, I got you.
And you can't say that about Crawford, because Crawford is a legend. Crawford is a undisputed champion, so there's no excuse when Canelo fights Crawford, because Crawford is a legend. But that's my theory. I feel like the Sheik will save the PBC. What do you think about that?
Well, I got other calls calling in, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know, but we'll see how it works out. But shout out to JBN, man. Fort Worth stand up. Salute, fam. Hey, JBN, boy, see, hold on now. Wait a minute. Hey, hold on. JBN, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know, I like JBN. JBN is funny. Is all outdoors, bro. JBN, I'm telling you, JBN is hilarious. He's him and Coach Eddie and Ron Boy Fresh, and he's one of my favorite calls. But this is what I heard when I asked about David Benavidez.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate, to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumcise the revelation that reflects the aphrodisiac symptoms which now perpetrates the Jericho's activation.
That's what I heard. I don't know what y'all heard. Again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I don't want to leave any names out. You get what I'm saying? But that's what I heard. You know what I mean? Okay, when does he fight the Mexican Monster? Look, Coach, this what it is. You know what? Hey, check this out. You know when I asked that question, we can never get a straight answer. I can get a straight answer for anything. Yeah, man, Canelo, listen, Canelo rich. Okay, that's a straight answer. Canelo got plenty of money. Yep. Canelo got private, he got private jets. He got his own golf course. That's right. Hey, when he gonna fight the Mexican Monster? Wait a minute, Coach, now. See what it is now. Hold on. Caller, hold on. Wait a minute, Coach, now. See what it is now. See, really, the Ecuadorian monster, who ain't a monster, he's ducking Canelo. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, see what it is? See, he hiding behind Al Haymon. Yeah, you know what? I just thought of something else. What? Really, Al Haymon is protecting David Benavidez from Canelo. Yeah, see, y'all looking at it all wrong. Can't win. Hey, Miss Parker, I'm like, God, damn, you know what? They making a valid point. I'm starting to think about other stuff now. I was like, damn, you know what? I never really looked at it that way. Hey, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Leo H-Town 2 times, Coach.
Hey, Leo H-Town 2 times, talk to me.
See, man, Jermall is on the deadliest drug known to man, Vagiquil. That Vagiquil could put you to sleep, take care of you, make you feel good, but when you get bad dose of that Vagiquil, ruin your whole damn life.
You say Vagiquil?
That man, Vagiquil.
No, man.
He got female problems.
Yeah. No, I don't, that ain't got him like that, bro. That ain't got him like that.
Oh, man. I think that woman he's with, man, when your brother doesn't like your wife, your brother, they got to tell you something, Coach. And then it's your twin brother?
I mean, you got situations where brothers don't like the other brother's wives. That don't mean anything. He might not.
How many times has the brother been right when they cast the wife out with third leg Charlie? And they're like, you knew it. And they're like, oh, you don't know her. I love her. I want to save her. Come on, man, Coach. That man ain't. Yeah, but he got to know when to let it go. As soon as they started having problems, his career's going down. His career's been going down to shit. Look at Tio and his woman. He got women problems. That man can't fight. He lost to a motherfucking novice fighter. Tio lost to a novice fighter because he got women problems, man. These boys don't know how to put them women aside and say, you know what, my money's more important than you, and I got to get this money. Because them women, man, I don't know what's wrong with them, man. That ain't no Houston thing, Coach. We don't get down like that in Houston, man.
But this ain't no average woman. This is his wife, his high school sweetheart. He has 5 children from this woman. Like, she was with him when he had nothing.
He might need to get a DNA test on them children. They might not all be his. Shit. I mean, I don't know, Coach. Anytime a fighter got a problem with a woman, man, his career's going to shit, man. You know? Was it Gotti's wife that killed him in his sleep?
Who, to my John Gotti?
No, Arturo Gotti.
Oh, Arturo Gotti? Yeah. Hold on. Arturo Gotti. Hey guys, how did Arturo Gotti die?
I believe his wife stabbed him in Puerto Rico in his sleep. I believe that was the case, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I forgot how he passed away.
But you got once you start having them problems, you're gonna pick the woman in your career. He can't do both. The boy can't do both. You know, he's out here. This is the same problem I have when people say Keith Thurman is like people are trying to compare Keith's work ethic to Mayweather. Mayweather and them live in the gym. They're not at the beach. They're not on vacation. Mayweather and Canelo, if they do anything, they go golfing. That's it. They live in the gyms, Coach. These other guys, Keith Thurman, Jermall Charlo, Earl Spence, they're over there in the beach getting drunk, acting like their career's over. Man, hey, your body can't bounce back like that once you get in your 30s, getting drunk for 2 months straight, and then all of a sudden you got to work out for 2 months straight to get in shape for a fight. Mm-hmm. And then you're not even in fighting shape. You're just getting back in shape. These guys ain't living a fighter's life, Coach.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Well, salute to you, fam. Shout out to Leo, man. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Leo from A-Town. Salute. Y'all got me looking up Arturo Gotti now. This one I'm looking at on Arturo Gotti. It says on July 11, 2009, Gotti was found dead in a hotel room in Brazil, where he was on a holiday with his Brazilian wife, Amanda Rodriguez, and their 10-month-old son. He was 37 years old. Gotti's wife was initially charged with murder, and after Brazilian authorities ruled Gotti's death a homicide. But after the coroner's autopsy report was released, they declared that it was suicide by hanging, and charges against his widow dropped. So the coroner's office ruled that Arturo Gotti committed suicide, but that was after his wife was ruled was charged with murder. But the coroner who did the autopsy, Carla, hold on, I want to explain this to you guys now, because there's a lot of Deontay Wilder fans that said that the doctor did an autopsy on Wilder's head, and he realized that he had a dent in his skull that came from Tyson Fury. Because Tyson Fury had airways in his gloves. The only problem with that theory is this here. The autopsy is a medical procedure that doctors use in order to determine the cause of death. So in order for an autopsy to be performed on Deontay Wilder, he would have to physically not be here anymore, and the coroner would have to find out what the cause of death is. Since that wasn't the case, there's no way possible that Wilder could have had an autopsy to determine he had a dent on the side of his head. So in this case, R.I.P. to Arturo Gotti, an autopsy determined that his wife did not murder him. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, Coach? Marco from the 714.
Marco, you going in and out, but we're going to try to make it work. Go ahead.
Hey, can you hear me better, Coach?
I can hear you a little bit better.
All right, let me ask you something, Coach. In this day of age, where one person, nevertheless, a professional athlete who makes millions of dollars, with all those platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Grindr, Tinder, you call it whatever you want. What do you think stops Benavidez from really getting his point across and bark at Canelo? Like going a full out media frenzy where he's just out there. I mean, he could have piggybacked right off what Stephen A. Smith did. He could have got on Twitter and started talking some shit. But my question to you is, why do you think stops him? They say they want him so bad. What's stopping him from really going out on a full-blown attack?
Because he's down with the plan that Al Haymon has for him. That's the answer to that. Benavidez really does. Benavidez actions show that he deserves to fight with Canelo. He does deserve to fight, but his actions are showing that they're not really pursuing it. To me, they're not causing a ruckus. I've seen fighters stalk other fighters. Shannon Briggs, is another one. Let's go, champ. Right, Shannon Briggs chasing motherfuckers. We've seen it in the past. Hagglers, James Lights Out Tonys. We've seen several fighters in the past go after other fighters. Like, no, man, I want to fight next. Lennox Lewis trying to fight Riddick Bowe. Like, he's not doing that. He's going along with the plan that Al Haymon has for him. That's the truth. So for all the David Benavidez's fans, I do agree that David Benavidez does deserve a shot at Canelo, but he's not going to get him. He's going along with the plans of Al Haymon. That's why he re-signed with the PBC. That's why he signed a 3-fight deal with the PBC, a name that did not include Canelo. And his father said, we are very happy with the deal that we have over here at the PBC. We don't get the Canelo fight. Fine, we don't care. We're happy. We got 3 fights set up already. That's what he said in the interview. So that's why he's not pressing, because he's going along with the plan.
So do you really? So if they did a 3-fight deal, Benavidez has already done 2. So do you really think his third fight is going to be Morrell? Because I don't think so.
Man,
Morrell is too much of a high risk.
I can't predict, man. I'm not predicting. What I am going to do, I'm gonna wait just like everybody else in a couple of weeks, and when Canelo announces. When the Canelo announces who he's fighting next, that's when we'll know. Everything else is sources say, I'm guessing, my baby mama told me this, my cousin Pookie told me that, man talked to Chico Stick at the bar, and Lisa said this, and Tyrone said that, and Jose overheard Miguel saying something to doggone Javier in Espanol. So I fuck all that. When Canelo come out and say who he fighting, that's what we gonna know. I'm through trying to guess this shit.
So, Coach, did you see? Did you? I'm pretty sure you saw the Teofimo fight. You were there.
Yeah, I was there.
But did you notice how the ESPN staff prevented what's his name, Keyshawn, from getting in the ring and talking that shit? Why was that, Coach? I never seen nobody from ESPN. So I could have heard. I watched it on TV. It sounded like a lady from ESPN said, "No, you're not doing that." Why, Coach? What's the matter here?
Yeah, I don't know.
When do they stop fighters from going into the ring?
Yeah, I can't answer that, fam. I really don't know. It is what it is. But hey, your phone still sound kind of off. But but Marco, thank you for calling, brother. Salute to you, fam. 714, stand up. Yeah, I can hardly hear him. To be honest with you. Yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. David Benavidez is going along with the plan. I mean, I think that's obvious. I think that's very, very obvious, because he don't seem upset. He don't seem mad. He don't, I like Clubber Lane pulling up, Show Nuff pulling up, Shannon Briggs pulling up, doggone Mitch Green pulled up on Mike Tyson. Ali pulled up on Frazier. George Foreman pulled up on Ali. Kid Norton pulled up on Ali. You got several instances. Roberto Duran pulling up. You got several. John the Beast Mugabe pulling up on Hagler and stuff like that. You have several instances throughout the history of boxing where fighters pulled up, and David Benavidez ain't pulling up like that. Hell, even Demetrius Andrade pulled up on Canelo. Now he got attacked by the Caneloites. He did get attacked by the Caneloites. You got some nerve pulling up on Canelo. Who do you think you is coming to the press conference where the great Canelo is at? You should be bowing down, showing your respects to Canelo. You got some Canelo fans, they really believe that shit. They really believe that, look, this is the great Canelo. You need to shut up, be quiet, humble yourself, do what he tell you. It's some Canelo fans feel that way. Like, look here, man, you don't raise your voice at Canelo. You show Canelo respect. You got the kiss and freckles. Like, it's some fans that really feel that way. And I'm like, the modern day Canelo fans of today, this how I know they knew boxing fans. I know they knew boxing fans is because they could have never made it in back in the day. Back in the day, I came up in the era where fighters pulled up. Nah, nigga, we putting up. We don't give a damn who you is.
True.
You know, so this era right here, you can't pull up. Well, you know, Carla, hold on. Go ahead and pull up. Yeah, man, I want to pull up, man, but if I do, then everybody's going to be mad at me. Everybody's going to be upset that I pulled up. Who gives a damn what everybody say? Man, pull up.
True.
This is the era that we in now, you know. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, Coach? It's Drew. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Drew, I can hear you.
What's up, Coach? You know, it's a great topic today, Coach. It's fitting. You know, me and you talked when you was in Vegas. You remember how you told me you ran to a certain content career that was all different in public with you?
Yeah, that's true.
I just watched, Steve Kim just sent me a video of his. I just watched. They're singing a whole new tune now about Haymon, and you called it, Coach. You was here to bring the Civil War to the Alphabet Boys, and it's like wildfire right now. That video just made me laugh, Coach. Al Haymon was bad for boxing, that there's a shift, and that it's his fault he wasn't co-promoting, and I'm just dying, Coach. Like, I'm dying that it's all coming. Last year was a great change for boxing, between Fulton losing Inoue, Crawford and Spence, and now all this going on with the PBC and Amazon, Coach. I just love it, Coach. I got to give you your flowers.
What video are you talking about? What video are you talking about?
I'm gonna text it to you right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna text you the link.
And
we going on about.
We're not talking bad about no Al Haymon, man. We don't do that over here, man. Not over here. We talk bad about Al.
You don't put the brother man down in public, right, in front of the white man, in front of the non-black audience, right?
No, it's not even that. It's that Al gets a lot of bad rap. I think a lot of these dudes be hiding behind Al Haymon, and because Al Haymon's not seen in public and he don't say much, well, he don't say nothing, that he's the easy scapegoat. You know, because a lot of people putting it on Al, but a lot of these fighters, they supposed to be their own bosses, right? And Al Haymon is supposed to be their advisor. I think that some of these fighters are ducking, don't want to make certain fights. They hide behind Al, but Al is the scapegoat. You know, that's how I'm looking at it now, you know? Because I'm hearing other fighters
say... many of them... Well,
go ahead.
Coach, how many of them can really make their own decision? Look at Rolly. He couldn't take that Ryan Garcia deal, so they made him do this one.
Yeah, I don't know what Rolly's situation is, Drew, to be honest with you. But he said he chose.
What I'm saying is,
go ahead.
What I'm saying is, I know some of them have different deals, Coach, where they can move like Errol Spence did. He's like, no, I'm taking a fight. Or as Rolly, they can't move a certain way. So you're right that it's on the fighters, but it's also on Al too, because he even has it as non-disparaging clause in his contract.
Yeah.
Nobody will talk bad about him.
Yeah. I've heard.
So
that
I think it's 50-50. I think it's 50-50. I think some, like you said, some fighters is hiding behind it, Coach, and using that to duck and dodge and maneuver, and others are like, man, I can't take it if I wanted to. Because remember, he had guys drop belts before. Remember, Peter Quillen had to drop the belt.
I remember that.
And that was an easier fight. He had to take and then he took the Danny Jacobs fight for less money.
Well, similar to what Roland Romero admitted on video, this fool admitted that he was convinced to take less money to fight a harder fight when Pitbull Cruz. Then he was convinced to turn down the Ryan Garcia fight that would have paid him more money than he's ever been paid. He admitted, oh man, I took a better deal, way better deal. He said he took a way better deal in one breath, and then the very next sentence, he said, yeah, I'm taking less money for a harder fight. So how did you take a way better deal in one breath? A deal where you're gonna make way more money than you've ever made. Way more money than you made fighting doggone Tank Davis. When you fought Tank, you ain't make nothing. So you're gonna make way more money than you did fighting Tank, and you fighting a bigger name, bigger profile fighter and Ryan Garcia. You're saying that you turned that deal down to get paid less money in a harder fight. Make that shit make sense to me.
Make that man. How did Booger Ray bamboozle him to do that, Coach? I want to know.
Like this fool went and admitted this shit. Yeah, that's a crayon.
Did say Rolly eat crayons.
Yeah, he eat crayons, dog.
So it's not hard.
Yeah.
How does Booger Ray calls him into the office and what did he say? Look here, baby boy, we got this deal for you. You'll get the back end money and it's better. How did they convince that fool to do that? To go from a main event pay-per-view to the undercard to the co-main.
Now, to an undercard of a trash main event. Take Tim Zoo and Keith Thurman. And you're going to get a percentage on the back end. It ain't going to be no back end. That shit going triple wood. You know it and I know it. You know that shit,
and you was going to fight Ryan Garcia. You know the tenderonis was going to come out for Ryan. You would have been main event with Ryan with all the tenderonis, all the honey dips, all the social media, all the influencer ladies, made 7 figures guaranteed up front plus back end money to go fight a short Mexican nobody know about.
Man, it is what it is, man. Hey, shout out to Drew
Man,
from
I
LA,
don't make
man.
it make sense. But I'm out, Coach.
All
You
right,
have a great day.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you can't. Come on, man. Bro, how you... Listen, like, what, bro, it's like this here. It reminds me, and I'm not saying this to this degree, but it reminds me when Wilder was going to go, they went to hit Shelly Finkel, talked Wilder into turning down that $100 million, that 3-fight $100 million deal from the Zone. I have the video where he admitted that the deal was real. So I ain't going by what nobody on YouTube say. I have Shelly Finkel and Deontay Wilder standing right next to him. I have the video. He said the money was real. It was a real contract. It was $400 million, not $120 million. But we just want it to be when Deontay Wilder finally fights Anthony Joshua that the whole world will see it. Right now, the Zone doesn't have enough subscribers that's going to allow the world to see Deontay perform at his peak. So now, Deontay Wilder has 3 losses, no belts. Anthony Joshua has 3 losses, no belts. And now, you still can't get the fight. So look how that worked out. Sometimes you can be, it's a saying that my mother used to always tell me, boy, you know what? You so smart, you stupid. Sometimes you know so much that you don't know a goddamn thing.
True.
Sometimes you can be so smart, you stupid. You outsmart your damn self. You can outsmart your damn self. No, see what we gonna do? We gonna wait now. We gonna wait. See, they offered us $100 million. Nigga, what $100 million? What I'm gonna do with $100 million? 3-fight deal, $100 million. Man, that ain't no money. What I'm gonna do? We gonna come back and revisit this in the next couple of years, where it's gonna be worth $150 million, $200 million. See how that worked out?
True.
And you know the crazy part about it? These doggone niggsacks from the Alphabet Boy community that I like to call the Wakanda niggas from the Alphabet Boy community. The Wakanda niggas from the Alphabet Boy community, they be like, yeah, man, yeah, see what it was. See, Wilder smart. That's our Kane. He bet on himself. See, you got to know how to bet on yourself. See, that what he did. See, we don't take no $100 million. Nah, he's, bro, like, he's smart. Like, bro, like, you listening to these broke ass niggas on YouTube? You listening to some broke Nick Sack Wakanda niggas on YouTube. Shea Butter Laptop Revolutionaries from the Alphabet Boy community. These niggas got a net worth of 2 figures. How does a 7- and 8-figure nigga listen to some 2-figure niggas on YouTube? 1- and 2-figure niggas on YouTube that pay membership fees to Jabba the Hutt. Make it make sense.
True.
Oh man, you what it is now? Shelly Finkel told me now what we can do. We can come back on the re-up and then we can go ahead and get that back in blood.
Hey, who was you, pimp? Hey, what the fuck? What the fuck? Motherfucker, hey, that nigga squeezing me, get this freak ass nigga up on me, bro. You ain't hear my nigga say back the fuck up, dude?
Hey, listen. Check this out. We saw how that plan worked out.
Don't ever forget. When I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to Big Time Box. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that.
I'm like, are y'all seeing this shit? Is it just me? Yeah, man, see, you stupid. You don't know nothing about the business of boxing. Nigga, you don't know nothing about the business of boxing. And shit, you act like, listen, this is the thing, right? These fools is online arguing, debating, threatening niggas, holler about what they gonna do, drop the addy. I'm like, dude, y'all, yeah, man, she, you don't know what the contract look like. Dude, Carla, hold on. Let's get this straight. You barely have a job if you have one. That's one. Two, you don't even know how to walk into your supervisor's office and negotiate a raise in your salary. But yet you feel that you are qualified to come on YouTube, the white man's platform, by the way, and play this Saber the Laptop Revolutionary and tell a fighter that's been fighting all his life, who has a net worth of 7 to 8 figures, now see, this what you got to do now. Now see, Terry Crawford, he dumb. He dumb. See, he don't know how to do business. Dude, he has a net worth of 8 figures. You still live with your mama. What are you talking about?
True.
You juggling Nick Sacks in the hood while smoking Reggie on your baby mama couch. You can't make this shit up. Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
It's Jerry, Coach, calling back.
Jerry, 2 times, talk to me.
Yeah, I disagree, man. Shannon Briggs did what he did. He didn't get the fight. Andrade did what he did. That Canelo, he didn't get the fight. And Lennox Lewis and Bo, they never fought.
That's
More
true.
times than not, that doesn't work. What that does is, you take a fighter like Canelo who doesn't need to fight Benavidez. If he feels like Benavidez is trying to punk him or take his shine, that probably puts him even further away from the fight. Benavidez has been pining for the fight.
You make a point. You make a valid point, Jerry. No, you make a valid point. You're right about that. Yeah, you make a valid point.
Yeah, what can he do? All he can do is what he's doing is fighting the guys that they're putting in front of him, and keep saying, "Hey, I'm the number one contender." It ought to be obvious to everybody at this point. Canelo's went through the super middleweight division, but the top guy he hasn't fought. That's not a coincidence at this point. And I'm a Canelo supporter. I don't think he's the type to duck. But I just really feel like he doesn't want another loss on that record. I really feel like more than anything at this point, he's not concerned about proving he's a tough guy or this or that. He just does. He wants to finish out and try to not add any more losses. That's really what I think.
Jerry, let me ask you this. What do you think about the narrative now that we're hearing from some Canelo fans that call the show that really is David Benavidez ducking Canelo? He's being protected by Al Haymon from Canelo. What say you about that?
Like I told you earlier, it's horseshit, man. I mean, that's the type of world that we live in. Up is up, and up is down, and men are women, and women are men. That's where we're at.
Jerry trying to hit.
Why would they protect Benavidez? It's not like he's It's not like Benavidez is some huge commodity that they need to protect. Nah, the one that's being protected is the commodity, the moneymaker, and that's it. And it's as old as boxing itself. Benavidez is too much risk for not enough reward. You feel me, Coach? There's too much risk. Not enough reward. Well,
Jerry say it's as old as boxing itself. Ducking the cherry picking, protecting the asset, the commodity has been around forever. This is what's going on. Yeah. Listen. Now there's some Canelo fans ain't gonna want to hear that because they're not gonna want to hear that Canelo is a commodity that's being protected and he's fighting certain fighters at the right time. They're not gonna want to hear that. But the truth of the matter is that goes on in boxing. I interviewed Steve Kim, Jerry, in Vegas, and he said every fighter at some point in time, like especially the top guys, have benefited from having their careers being brought along carefully to a certain degree. That's what he told me.
Of course, man. It's boxing 101. That's why I'm not as hard on the moneymakers as what maybe a lot of people should be. Tank Davis included, although Tank, you really can't compare him to Canelo. Canelo's got like 65 fights. Probably fought 5, 6 Hall of Famers. Tank needs to get moving on that. But when you're the moneymaker, I mean, look, man, it's no secret. That's what happens. Nobody was calling for Canelo to fight Jermall Charlo 2 weight classes below, but that's what they gave us. Nobody's that really wanting this fight with his brother. Nobody really wanted that. 4 or 5 years ago when Canelo was a middleweight, yeah, those fights were talked about, and they probably would have been better made then. Now nobody wants it, but that's what they're going to give us, and the reason why is because Canelo averages around 600,000 pay-per-views, no matter if he fights me or you, right?
Right.
So that's why. Now, I said from the beginning of this deal that he wouldn't be fighting Benavidez until the last fight. But I was pretty certain that Benavidez would be the last fight. Now I'm not so sure. But for me, support or no support, I'm not paying. I'm not paying Tank Davis. I'm not paying Canelo Alvarez. I'm not paying these guys no more to watch those fights. If they don't fight the fights that I feel like I should pay for, I'm just not paying just to support them anymore. Fuck that.
All right. Well, hey, Jerry, man, thank you for calling back, man. Jerry from B-More, salute, fam. Hey, look here, man. Well, damn, boy. Hey, I don't heard it all. We don't heard it all. So Benavidez really ducking Canelo. That's some kind of Jedi mind trick. He really ducking Canelo. You know, they flipping it. And again, bro, let me tell you something, bro. The reason why I'm not as emotionally invested that I normally would be in it, because now it's starting to make sense. I want y'all to hear this. And I play this all the time, but I play it all the time for a reason.
And who's the next big star under Mayweather Promotions? Ooh, we have quite a few young guns, as I say, you know, and I don't want to leave any names out, but we have a great roster of young talent, and we've been very selective about what we're doing, you know, again, because when you have, you know, an abundance of fighters, it's hard to kind of focus on. When a big fight is to be made, it has to make sense for both sides. No promoter or company is going to put their guy in an event with everything to lose and nothing to gain, especially when we talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Interesting.
Hey, you heard what Brian Custer say? Interesting. Hey, Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, it's Curtis again.
Curtis from Long Beach 2 times.
Hey, your boy Booger just said it. Your guest speaker today, he said it. Jerry just said it. Man, it's going to take money to make these fights, and the fight got to make money. And I think they're looking at that Benavidez situation like it's not going to make any money. You know what I mean? It's not going to do better than the other fights that, you know, he's already taken. You know what I'm saying? And what Canelo may want for that fight and what David may want for that fight just does not make sense. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a huge sale. So everybody's saying the same thing. And on top of that, PBC really don't have no money because, remember, the one thing that I noticed now that what's going on now compared to when PBC first launched, you were seeing PBC everywhere. Commercials, you were hearing it on the radio. It was all kind of advertisements. Even when it wasn't even fights booked, they were booking venues and putting them on hold like they had money. You know, now they got a fight schedule and you don't even get no commercials. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get on YouTube, you don't hear about that fight. I only hear about it on YouTube. You know, with the fight hypes and all those, but they don't got no money to even pay for commercials. That tells you they don't have any money. And even all this shit y'all saying like pull up, even pulling up costs money. Shit. Somebody was 10% in the pull up.
He said even pulling up costs money. Like, you know, hold on now, wait a minute, hold on. We finna pull up. See, now hold on. Now this one get me. I'm glad you mentioned that. Cause I be having these Shea Butter Laptop Revolutionaries online. Holler about what they gonna do when they see me. Yeah, nigga, we gonna pull up. Listen, well, pulling up costs money, sir. Well, wait, hold on. All right, now I'm finna pull up right now. Hold on. Let's see what I got. I got 5 Nick Shacks that I got to sell first, and I got 3 joints. 5 Nick Shacks and 3 joints. As soon as I sell these, well, I'm going to sell 2 of these joints. I'm going to smoke this one. As soon as I sell these, I'm going to have enough money to pull up. Which fight you going to, Coach? I'll be in Vegas when Devin Haney fight dog or Ryan Garcia. Yeah, we going to pull up there. You better not come to the fight. I'm going to have some money. So, you know, it's going to cost money to pull up. It's going to cost money to do whatever it is that you say you're going to do. Now, you're going to be wasting your money now, but it is what it is. But go ahead. Sorry about that.
You think Shannon was paying for all that shit? Somebody was sponsoring that. Shannon wasn't paying for that shit. You know, that nigga was on a boat. That nigga pulled up on him on a boat. He went to the restaurant in a different country. He was pulling up everywhere he was popping up. Man, somebody was paying for all that shit. Man, ain't nobody gonna pay for Benavidez to pull up. You know what I'm saying? Out here, like, man, hey, what's your favorite line? You gonna shut up, be quiet,
humble yourself, do what he say, take what we give you.
For that shit. Yeah, we not paying for that shit. You ain't pulling up on him. Yeah, man, y'all need to kill this shit. This fight not worth nothing, man. Like, that's the reality. Is not worth anything.
Go ahead.
That's my call, man. All like, y'all all said it. All right.
Say shout out to Curtis Long Beach, man. Salute, fam. Yeah, man. Gotta go motherfucking beat in. Gotta go motherfucking beat. We gonna have to get it. We gonna have to get it like Drac then. We gonna have to get it like Drac. When we pulling up through hell or high water. I'm sitting shots with the keyboard. Hold on, gun emoji. I'm talented. You know, gun emoji, demon emoji, angry face, drop the addy, I'm typing in one hand, and right now I'm trying to, hold on, I'm trying to tell y'all, nigga, right now, boy, Lord help. I got that fire now. I just wanna let you know, we putting up. I know how to get Canelo to sign the contract. Y'all see, y'all doing it wrong. I know how to get him to sign the contract. Y'all don't know how this thing work in 2024. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's D-Block 2 times.
You called 2 times?
2 times, my brother. 2 times.
For some reason, it seemed like you called about 3 or 4 times, but don't worry about it. I got you.
That's okay. It's deja vu. Coach, man, I'm going to tell you like this, man. I love it. I need it. I want it. Bring Benavidez. You ain't selling nothing. Pay-per-view numbers have flopped. Your attendance has flopped. Arizona Sun, they don't want you no more. You ain't part of that. They don't know where you from. Coach, I love it. I need it. I breathe it. Mr. Cinnamon Buns, undisputed at 168. He can do whatever the fuck he want to do. What you got to say with that?
D-Block, this is what I got to say. I just had to, because right now, I just had to, you know what I mean? Do what I got to say, D-Block. Do what I got to say right here. All right, I ain't tired of this shit. Do what I got to say, D-Block. That's what I got to say. Boy, you just sounded too happy just then. Like, yeah, man, I love it. Cinnamon ain't got to fight Benavidez. I love it, Coach. He ain't selling nothing. It's just too much enthusiasm in your voice.
I'm gonna tell you like they say it in my Mexican voice. That's how we do it, Mexican style. We don't want no fake ass Ecuadorian guacamole coming at us. We want the real G's. We want Mugia. We want Terrence Bud Crawford. That's who we want. And if Caleb Plant wanted to, he can get his ass whooped too. What you gotta say with that?
Well, Munguia's out of the question. Canelo said he's fighting 2 Americans. Jermall Charlo don't seem like he's in the fit to fight any goddamn body. So I'm just wondering who the 2 Americans could be. It could be David Benavidez. He's an American. And maybe Terrence Crawford. He's an American. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that works out.
Well, my brother, I'm going to let it go like this. And let me give you a controversy. Why don't we give Caleb Plant one more chance? They said he was right there with Canelo the whole way. They say he was about to upset him. Some people say that, Coach. Mm-hmm. It looks like he's a great athletic brother. Mm-hmm. He's a slick black fighter. That's what they said, Coach. You said it too.
Yeah, he's slick black fighter. Caleb Plant has been adopted. One thing you know about black folks, the black culture, we are known for adopting white fighters, white singers who have soul. We adopted Bobby Caldwell, the R.I.P. to Bobby Caldwell, the famous singer that sang what you won't do for love. We adopted him. We adopted the brother from Color Me Bad, the lead singer. We adopted Robin Thicke. We adopted Justin Timberlake. We adopted Caleb Plant. Who else we adopted? We adopted Justin Bieber. We adopted what the dude from play for the Kansas City Chiefs, Kelsey, because he had a black girlfriend. Kelsey. We adopted Kelsey.
He a brother now.
Any white dude that has some soul, black folks are known for adopting him and say, look, he one of us now. So it is what it is. So, but D-Block,
Coach, I'm gonna let you go like this, Coach. Thank you so much for letting me in the show. And let me tell you like this: we must call the WBC Suleiman and say we need Caleb Plant to be next. D-Block, D-Town, D-T, D-Bill, Baltimore.
Yeah, we know, but what that listen, boy. We know if we adopt them motherfucker now. Yeah, we got some soul, boy. Boy, what the dude say? Jason Williams? Yeah. Jason Williams, yeah. Jason Williams, he was the point guard for the Sacramento Kings, and then he I think he won a championship with Miami Heat. Yeah, absolutely. Let's give everybody a chat round of applause. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy. Listen, Caleb Plant. Let me tell you something. To be fair, I really want to see Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant fight. That's the fight I want to see. I want to see that fight more than Jermall Charlo and the Canelo. Again, Jermall Charlo, if you're just tuning in, Jermall Charlo is denying, Carla, hold on, rumors that he's fighting Canelo next. He's denying those rumors. So are we going to believe the sources say reporters? Maybe they right, maybe they wrong. I don't know. But the source at hand, Jermall Charlo, specifically said that, hey, man, he ain't nothing beneficial with him. He haven't even talked to Al Haymon. So is Al making the deal for Canelo to fight Jermall Charlo without him knowing about it, without him being in play because he's out of the country? Or is Jermall Charlo lying? I don't know. Stay tuned for more episodes of As the World Turns.
True.
Cause this shit is a soap opera at this point. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's Derek from Florida.
Derek from Florida, talk to me, fam.
Yeah, Coach. Like for Jermall Charlo, I don't think he's lying. Coach. Like, Coach, why he would lie? That'd be his biggest payday. Like. That would be his biggest payday. Like, why would lie about a Canelo fight? I think he would say if he is fighting Canelo. The Charlo, they speak open. They're not going to hide nothing. They're going to say whatever they're going to say. So I think he's telling the truth on that part. And for Canelo, he needs to fight Benavidez. I don't want to hear about no Caleb Plant or McGee. But that's clearly a dud. That's literally. What they bring to the table? Cool. Do Plant do numbers? This ain't David don't do numbers. Do Plant do numbers? Okay. Do McGee? When the last time McGee did pay-per-view? Did McGee ever had a pay-per-view fight? Uncle? I don't think so.
No.
So they talking about David ain't doing numbers. What the fuck they doing? What them niggas doing? They ain't going on. They ain't putting butts in seats.
But see, Munguia is from Mexico. He has a strong Mexican following. You get what I'm saying, my brother? So, Benavidez, he has to do more. He hasn't earned the right.
Yeah, but Canelo said American fighter, Coach. He said American. You said David's American / Ecuadorian or Charlo. McGee is a full-blood Mexican. So that's out the window. That's out the window right there. So all that Plant and moving around, he's just moving around. Fight that nigga, bro. That's a whole ass shit, bro.
But hold on. But see, the new thing is that really David Benavidez is ducking Canelo. He's being protected by Al Haymon. Al Haymon is
Coach,
protecting.
Canelo the A side. Tell Canelo to sign that contract. He the A side. Sign the contract, bitch ass nigga. He didn't sign that. He the A side. He the boss, right? Yeah, he can do what he wants. David can't do nothing. He's still gonna be the B side, even when he try to pull up. Even he pull up, that's not gonna do nothing. Tell him to send the contract and stop being a little bitch. That's my call.
All right, sorry, Derek, man. Hey, look here, man. Hey, shout out to Drew. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam, dub with your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Drew said Eddie Reynoso did an interview yesterday in Spanish alluding to nothing being final with the PBC and Amazon. And Munguia is a possible fight. Oh, man. Hey, Drew, you see what I'm saying? Hold on now. Now, Drew, now you're throwing a monkey wrench in the game.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Man, see, this is what I'm talking about, dog. We just gonna wait and see. Caller, you the last call. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Troy Graham, Baltimore. Save the best for last, huh?
Yeah, Troy from B-Boy. Right. Talk to me, fam.
Let me throw some wood on the fire and close this out. So, this dude just said that Alvarez is a bitch. Other people say he's ducking. Yeah. Other people say it's gonna hurt his legacy if he don't fight Alvarez. Now, amazingly, when Floyd did the same thing to Thurman, who was his mandatory at the time, I didn't hear them complaining about that, right? And exactly how
but
is
you
fighting?
you breaking up old stuff, man. That's old stuff.
I know, bro. Okay. Hold on, then. Let's bring it forward and let's just pay it forward. How come they're not asking Tank to fight Lomachenko? How come they Lomo? How come they're not asking Tank to fight?
That's easy. I got a good answer for that. Tank don't
help
need
me out then,
Lomachenko.
brother, please, because I don't know.
Tank don't need Lomachenko. Tank is a star within himself. Lomachenko needs Tank Davis. That's why, brother. Go ahead.
Okay, so wait a second. David Benavidez is a star and Alvarez isn't, and he needs David Benavidez. Help me out, brother. Help me out, because I'm kind of slow with this boxing thing. You help me out.
No, well, see what it is Canelo is exercising his options. David Benavidez, he doesn't bring anything to the table. No one is afraid of David Benavidez. To be truth be told, he's really ducking Canelo, and he's hiding behind Al Haymon in secret, behind closed doors, while in public he's pump faking like he wants to fight. So Canelo is, him being the superstar cash cow boxing, he wants to make that fight, but he can't make David Benavidez want to fight.
That makes a whole lot of sense if I was standing on top of my head, but it makes a lot of sense. Basically, all I'm saying is y'all people saying this man ducking, he's afraid of this man at XYZ.
The man ducking.
Seriously?
Man. The man is ducking. There's an overall consensus, Troy. The people in the chat, the people have spoken. I'm not saying this, but the people saying this. The man is ducking, man. How many ways the man can duck that you got to realize he's ducking? That's what the people saying.
All I can say is this. I actually love this. I love it because, like you said, it's a friggin' soap opera. All my children are boxing. I just love it. So y'all keep on calling, coach. You keep on doing your thing, and I'm gonna keep on laughing at y'all. Because listen, real quick before I hang up, everything I said years ago that was gonna come to pass about Wilder and this one and the third is all coming to pass. So all y'all told me I was a cool and this, that, and the third. How you like me now? In my Kumo D voice.
All right, shout out to Troy, man. Be more, stand up. You heard what the brother said. Right here. Tony de Freitas say that, come on, coach, Canelo doesn't need David. I understand. See, Canelo don't need David Benavidez. A lot of you guys who want to see this Canelo and David Benavidez fight, you have to understand, Stephen X, that, listen, Canelo don't need him. He just want to pay. I can't, bro. What my dog Rick tells that? Rick, what my dog Rick at? Rick probably don't know. Rick, where you at, man? Rick, where you at? Rick, where you at? Rick say, Will, look, man. Bro, listen, man. Y'all killing me with this shit, dog. Y'all are killing me with this shit, man. It's like when it come to Canelo, you know what? Now look, man. Hold on, man. Hold on. Wait. See, everybody talk about Floyd, right? Everybody talk about Floyd. They still talking about Floyd because of this.
But when you are put in a certain position, he should be he's able to, like me. When I was in a position, I can pick and choose who I want to, because I earned that right.
See, they put it on. They put it. Hey, you see, when I was in a certain position, I can pick and choose who I want to, because I earned that right.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man will win.
That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Just imagine David Benavidez walking into Al Haymon's office in Cleveland. Say, Al, look here, man. I'm tired of this shit, dog. Y'all forced me to sign the contract extension with y'all. Tired of this shit. My nigga, check it out, though. I ain't got Canelo yet, man. When am I gonna get Canelo?
Who you think he is? DJ Quick?
No, I ain't saying
Kid Capri?
I didn't say that.
Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker. Blue, you ain't nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing. You get what I give you. I got a contract between me and you that say you do what I tell you to do. Therefore, shut the fuck. Don't say nothing. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me. I tell you something. Money, you know, I just said, Blue, if I raise up, gonna be trouble. Trouble. I'm walking off.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Fighters like Canelo Alvarez, and Tank Davis, they are in a position of where they can do what they want to do. They earned that right.
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out,
What's up? It's the Jermall the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who want it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Hello.
You know, and then again, I just want to say a special prayer for if you're a boxing fan out there and you're losing patience with the sport of boxing, I just want to say a special prayer for all of the boxing fans. Keep hope alive and keep holding on.
And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
If you are a Saul Canelo Alvarez fan, but you don't want to admit that Canelo was ducking, just plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
You know, sometimes in the sport of boxing, you have to learn how to have vision.
Well, I respect your ambition, Willie, but you got to have vision.
Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to have vision. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it anyways. Shout out to my dog Booger Ray Leonard and not Booger Ray Leonard, Eddie Hitman Hearn. Shout out to Booger Ray Man and doggone Floyd Mayweather. To be honest with you guys, I think the best duo in the history of boxing has to be Floyd Money Mayweather and Booger Ray Leonard. The things that both of those men has done together for the sport of boxing has been unmatched, and I haven't seen anything like it since.
Make it last. Make it last forever. Don't let I love you.
When you're somebody like a Saul Canelo Alvarez or a Gervonta Tank Davis, you can fight who you want to fight, when you want to fight him, and how you want to fight him on your terms. And there's nothing no one can do about that.
Me, the fans, we feeling like you not getting the best fights you supposed to. But we know Tank can fight anybody. Why is that? For me, we want to see you fight Lomachenko. We want to see you fight Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, motherfucking all the top who they say is the 4 horsemen, and they anywhere around your weight class. We want to see it happen. When we gonna see it happen?
I'm not sure. I don't.
That's
that was real shit.
That's some real shit.
I don't know. That's like.
How many times you don't went in there and said, I want these niggas, man?
To be honest, I ain't never said it.
You may not like the ducking and the cherry picking, but you gotta respect it.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All 3 of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
Shout out to Rocky Marciano.
What about Rocky Marciano?
Oh, there they go. There they go. Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass. That's the one. That's the one. Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano. Let me tell you something wonderful. Rocky Marciano was good, but compared to Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano ain't shit.
He beat Joe Louis's ass.
Imagine walking into the offices of Al Haymon to talk to him about your contract, being upset because you want to fight Saul Canelo Alvarez, but for some other reason maybe, you can't let in that fight.
I need to talk to you right now about my royalties and how you keep your books.
My office hours are from 9 to 5.
Fuck your office hours. I need to talk to you right now, motherfucker.
Y'all Y'all know what time it is, man. Before we go, we got to say all praises due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, the greatest human being on the planet Earth, Mr. Al Haymon.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Haymon. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? But a name. Do you have a name? Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Shout out to Evan Korn. He is the head of PR at Top Rank. Osaki Foster is fighting Friday. We will be covering the fights tomorrow. Tomorrow, Jojo Diaz is fighting. So we're going to do a show on Jojo Diaz tomorrow. And Osaki Foster is fighting Friday. So we're going to do that as well. We're going to go live for that fight. We're going to cover that fight. And I think there's a fight on Saturday as well. We will find out. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But if you're sitting there watching the show, hate watching, I'm going to give everybody a shout out. Don't want to hit the like button? Riley, get him.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck those socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck-mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Y'all know what time it is when it comes to this boxing shit? We running things.
Yep, that's right. I'm running things. I'm running things. Cream corn. That's why they call me that. Smooth. I got more measure for your pleasure. Stick with me, baby. I'll have you farting through silk. And let a nigga mess with me. I'll jump on him. All 93 pounds of pure dynamite.
You know, we the can man, and anybody can get it.
But you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.
No matter what they say about this sport of boxing, we still love you.
I still love you.
Oh, Lord have mercy, boy. That was brutal. Shout out to all of the callers. Shout out to Leo from A-Town. Shout out to Curtis from Long Beach. Jared from B-More. Rod from New York. Jamie from New York. D-Block from Dallas. Coach Eddie from the ATL. JBN from Fort Worth. Marco from the 714. Drew from LA. Derek from Florida. And Troy from B-More. Let's give everybody a round of applause to callers. Shout out to everyone who gave a super chat. Shout out to Drew. Shout out to the real McCoy. New Country. Keith's Bulldogs. JXV88. Effine 40. And LRB's Beard. Shout out to the Tenderonis, man. Shout out to Mimi24. Shout out to Sheila and Callie. The Duchess of Wisdom. Shout out to Goddess. Lisa Bells. Miss Connie Stevens. Jackie Hernandez. Food Revolution. Shout out to Tila from North Omaha. Shout out, salute to you, sis. Shout out to Miss Parker. Nick Rich. Salute to Amina. Shout out to Pauline. Peace to Ebony76. Salute to Miss Felicia Williams. Shout out to La Jessica. Shout out to Summer in November. Salute to Elena. These are all the sisters that I saw here today. Let's give the sisters a round of applause. Man, let's give a shout out. Hold on, let me see. Do we got any cash out? I don't think we got any cash out today. Let's give a shout out, man, to everybody in the chat. Yeah, we do have a cash out. Hold on, we got a cash out. Y'all listen. Y'all know we like them cash outs now. We love them cash outs. Sure enough do. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, shout out to Jim's IT. For dropping 300. Bam, hundos on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
$300 cash app donation, man, from Jim's IT. Let's give a round of applause. And this show has been sponsored by Jim's IT. You know, they support the show heavy, and we really appreciate that. This show has been sponsored today by Jim's IT. Let's give a shout out to everybody in the chat before we wrap it up. Shout out to Jamie from New York. Shout out to G5 Weez. F Society. Shout out to Keys Bulldogs. Shout out to L Harvey. Shout out to Miss Connie Stevens. Sheila from Cali. Shout out to La Jessica. Shout out to L Harvey. Shout out to Lydell. What's going on, fam? F Society. Shout out to Justin Watson. Keith Bulldogs. Brady 12. Pauline. Shout out to Bill. Shout out to Guillermo. What's going on, fam? Salute to Superman. Shout out to NPR. Peace to Leonardo. Laylo. Can't forget about Swift 718. Shout out to Corey Bradley. Salute to Jose. Shout out to NPR. Who else we have in the building, man? Salute to Jorge. Shout out to Hood Sports and Boxing. Never That Serious. Shout out to Mr. Corey Bradley. Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans. Shout out to LA Fight Club. Who else we have? Did I give a shout out to the callers? Yeah, I gave a shout out to the callers. Shout out to F Society. I got him. Shout out to Andy Payne. Cooking with Sir Senior. Shout out to Stephen X. Salute to Pugilism. Trying to get everybody. Shout out to Tila from North Omaha. Shout out to Tyrone Winston. Trying to get everybody I can. Shout out to Jerry Tasker. Shout out to Amp Clark. And salute to Tony Frietas. The reason why I like to give a shout out to everybody in the chat the most I can is because you guys have taken the time out to come over here and watch this show. This show is nothing without the subscribers. If it wasn't for you guys showing up watching this show, our show wouldn't be anything. So I'm not like other content creators. I like to give shots out to everyone who shows up to as many as I can. If I don't get you, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's 1,000 names in here, dog. So, and the chat is going very, very fast. So I'm just trying to catch what I can see. If I try to call out everybody, the show is not going to end. So I owe you guys that respect to at least give a shout out to as many people as I can. Because if it wasn't for you, this show wouldn't be nothing. So let's give yourselves a round of applause. Shout out to the Tenderonis, the PYTs, and the Honey Dips. And shout out to everybody in the chat. It is what it is. Y'all know what time it is. Everybody, man, listen, man, we going live. Hey, y'all be on the lookout for the shorts, because I'm dropping shorts, right? I've got this new software that I'm using, so I'm trying to learn the short game, so y'all please forgive me. I'm trying to know how to work these shorts real well. I'm getting better at it, and I got some help as well, man. Shout out to SP. Shout out to SP Got Beats, man. SP Got Beats, man. Salute to you, fam. He did a short for me. I really appreciate it, and he did another one, so I want to check it out. Shout out to SP Got Beats, man. I'm looking forward to doing a lot of work with you, brother, because I do need help with the shorts. I do. We got to start putting out a lot of shorts, man, because sometimes we be having a really good shows, and we just got to have microcosms of the show on the short. So I see you guys tomorrow, man. Be on the lookout. I got a video dropping. Be on the lookout. But I see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Please share this video. Let everybody know that we here. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.